Hello, my friends, and welcome to this week's episode of the Greenlight Weekend Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Brian Nystrom. If this is your first time listening, thanks for giving us a shot. If you listen every week, I love you even more. You know you can find us on YouTube. All these videos, or all these episodes have full video attached to them, so if you want to watch, go check it out at Greenlight Weekend on YouTube. You can find all our links in the description as well as our sponsors' links. That's right, I said sponsor. This podcast is sponsored by Dead Room Comedy. You can find any and everything you want to know about them at deadroomcomedy.com or follow them on any of their social media or YouTube page at Dead Room Comedy. They're putting out new YouTube videos every week. I just watched their one for this week. It's super funny. A little Cheeseman Park action, if you know anything about that. Dead Room Comedy. They actually sent me a couple sponsor reads. I'm going to hit you with one or two of them. We're Dead Room Comedy, and we support the women's right to vote. Dead Room Comedy. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me, can't get fooled again. And Dead Room Comedy, Kobe's favorite comedy troupe. Dead Room Comedy, airline food. Those are the sponsor reads they sent me. What are you going to do? But yeah, check out Dead Room Comedy. They're going to be down in Durango March 5th, I believe. It's this Friday. They're doing a show at the Starlight Lounge. Follow them on Dead Room Comedy, any social media to find out information about that. We usually don't do an episode on Tuesday. Why are we doing one this Tuesday, Brian? It's because comedy is back, so we're hitting that ass with a little bonus episode. Also, we have a surprise guest this week, so that podcast might come out a little late due to scheduling differences, so this one's to hold you off. But it is a bonus episode because tonight we have open mic comedy, not just at the Starlight, but guess what? El Rancho's back, motherfuckers. That's right, El Rancho, the most legendary mic in Durango. Legendary for being really hard and kind of dirty. But it's a super fun mic. We're so stoked to have it back. We haven't had it since COVID times started, obviously. So, yeah, we got El Rancho back. Drew Mitchell is the host. Drew Mitchell is also one of the guests today, along with Jill Carlson, the founder, the owner of Comic Uprising, who put this whole thing together. It is a Comic Uprising production, ladies and gentlemen. So tonight, it's the first night. We're going to have it at least for a month. We're going to try to bring bangers so we can keep this thing going. So tonight, Starlight Lounge. Emma Z's the host at 7 p.m. And then immediately after that, El Rancho, 8 p.m. Drew Mitchell's hosting. I'm bringing motherfucking heat. Come see us. We're going to have fun. Before we get this started, shout out to the Whiskey Reel podcast, local Durango-based podcast. Find them on all social media at the Whiskey Reel. And Ethan Esparza and the Chava people for this intro, outro, music. We love you guys. Links in the description for everybody. I don't know why I'm getting all wacky, but let's get this motherfucker started. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, this is episode 129 with my good friends Drew Mitchell and Jill Carlson.
Everything with cream cheese, orange juice, break fast. I'm out the door to get the dough, speaking to the masses. Hit the road to do a show, microphone madness. Trip easy, cheap sunglasses. Straight passion, my third eye active. Watching backpacks lead the show, beeping that shit. Vocally, hearing me, locally, lyrically. Know what I'm supposed to be and I don't got no fear of me. I'm coming for your brain, homie, coming at you spiritually. Stepped into the game and I knew that flow was slippery, but check my flow though. Turn away.
I never know how to start the show.
Well,
we're here.
Hey,
hello. We did it.
Yeah.
Dude, sweet rubber
what
duckies.
are the ducks for?
I don't know. My girlfriend left them by my bed, so I put them in here because they squeak, and I like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Drives
Why
my
did
dogs
she
crazy.
leave them by your bed?
Does she have a
ducky fetish?
preference? Yeah.
I don't know. I think
Maybe
she
she-
got them from work, just like those little penises on the light switch.
She got those from work
Uh-huh.
too? The bank gave her the dick switches?
Those came from the bank?
I think coworkers.
Oh.
I think they're just fucking around. I don't
See,
know.
my bank just gives out dum-dum suckers. Like, I would rather have...
Bank of the Sandongs.
And we're here. Thank you, Keith Winchester.
Nice.
You're welcome. It's good to be here.
Oh, man.
That was a good one.
I think we should just quit now.
Funniest thing that's going to happen. All right, guys. El Rancho on Tuesdays, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
But that's why we're here. Comedy's back.
Yes, it
Comedy
is.
is
Oh my
back.
God! Thank God.
Yeah. We've been doing Tuesdays at the Starlight the last couple weeks, and now we're getting El Rancho back right after the Starlight, so it'll be 8 p.m. at El Rancho. And the host is Drew motherfucking Mitchell.
Drew Mitchell.
yeah.
Finally, a year after I tried to do it the first time.
Yeah,
It's okay.
dude.
We got it back. That's all that
Yeah.
matters.
It's been a fucked up year.
Was it a struggle to do that? Has it been an uphill battle to
Well,
get comedy
so
back?
The issue is
Yes.
this. I'll tell you is that basically the health department regulations. We don't want to put our people that give us a venue out of business, and so we have to adhere to what they do.
Sure.
And so I'll tell you honestly, what I did is I watched the La Plata County Health Department website like a fiend, and as soon as they were like, "We're coming back," I contacted like 5 bars, and of course El Rancho. I contacted Chip and was like, "Hey, we want to do it if you want us." So we're changing it to Tuesdays, and I think it'll be fun because we got the 2 nights like we used to have back in the day. But
Yeah.
it's
Doubleheader.
different bar, but I think it'll be fun.
It's nice they're right close to each
Yeah,
other.
half a
too.
block
Same
away.
block.
Yeah.
Well, and actually, I've heard that quite a few of the Albuquerque guys are going to pop down for it at least once in March. So I think that'll be fun. Or
Sweet.
pop up, I guess.
Yeah, we
Josh
saw
Fournier.
Fournier.
Yeah, he was there on Tuesday.
Yeah, he's ready. He's dying not being able to do stuff. And Josh. Everybody always loves Josh.
He said that was the first time he'd gone on stage since the show in Cortez.
Yeah, we
Actually,
did-
he said he did his show last Saturday and ate shit.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Did he?
You're right,
Yeah. So he needed to redeem himself, so he drove down.
Well, not right on. I say he's such a good comic. I think it's going to be fun. But the 2 nights, it's a long night, but it's a great way to build the scene. Think about how many people, like Bailey, for example.
Bailey is on another goddamn level right now.
Dude, yeah.
Bailey's jokes are so good, but Bailey
good.
started only exclusively at Irish Embassy once a
Right.
month for a
one
long
of those,
time.
one of those weak
And
ass comics.
then Bailey went into poetry and still does poetry, but kind of deferred from comedy for a while and did poetry. And then I don't know what it was, but Bailey came back. Then Bailey started doing Ranch, 11th Street, all the stuff. And so I think it's a way to get people who kind of want to continue doing what we've all grown to love.
Right.
It's great to have more opportunity. It can't hurt anything in
Right.
Durango.
For
when,
sure.
When Bailey first transitioned, it was another level in his comedy.
Totally
I think.
different.
Like,
Totally different.
All of a sudden being honest.
Yeah, 100%.
I think that's where all good comedy comes from, is
Right.
actually being honest with who you are. And once he came out and everything, he could just be honest. And that
Right.
shit's so inherently interesting that it's like hard not to be funny.
I don't think
Right.
it started that way for Bailey, though, because we had to talk about it. Because there was one night right towards the beginning where he was talking about it, but he put the trans part later in the joke, later in his set. And then kind of said it sort of, under his breath, almost like he was concerned about
Ashamed,
how.
right.
No, I wouldn't say ashamed, but concerned about how the audience would react.
it'd
And I was like,
land,
wait,
yeah.
why would you do that? We all know.
Yeah.
We're cool with it. We're your friends. And
And we're the only people here.
well, pretty much. But I said, listen, if anybody is gonna have a problem, there used to be this comic that came out. I said, you remember that guy? You haven't seen him around. And he said, no. And I'm like, there's a reason for that. We will protect you. Like if somebody's being offensive or.
Oh yeah.
And so once I
family.
think that Bailey knew it was cool to be Bailey, man, what great writing.
Stepping up.
So
100%.
much.
And maybe the best podcast guest I've had.
I haven't
Fucking
seen it. I can't wait. Nice.
And called me out, went right
Yeah,
at me. And
like immediately.
Yeah.
Can I ask you guys a question? Did you wear the same clothes, you and Bailey?
No.
So the guests got
We
confused.
did talk about that.
Dude, that's my favorite thing to do at a show is when Bailey and Brian are both there.
Oh, one of the shows in
So
Dolores,
easy.
somebody asked me if they were brothers, and I was like, Bailey, come here, I gotta tell you something.
yeah, I remember that. The twinsies.
The twins. Right on. Well, that's cool. No, but yeah, I'm excited to see what happens with this, and I hope it just creates more opportunities. I realize that there's business owners who are still a little leery of what's going on, but my thought has been this: the state knows we're operating. Shows are happening in every town, pretty much.
Yeah.
If they didn't want us to operate, then they would legislate us out of operating. Right now,
Right.
we can, and so it's just a matter of making sure that you follow the guidelines. Respect the rules of your establishments, and I think it's going to be great. I am stoked because I'm ready. I know we're all dying. God, I miss it.
I didn't know how much I missed it until what it was like last week was the first
When you
mic.
did it
Yeah,
again?
and then I did it again. I was like, oh my fucking God.
You need it. I say when you get bit by the bug, you get
Yeah.
it, right? Like we all know, we all have it. We love this. This is our craft. It's our hobby. It's our pastime. It's what we like to do. It's so great to have it back.
That's why I lit that heckler up so bad. I was like,
Did you go to
motherfucker,
town?
you know how long it's been?
What was he saying?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
I-
it wasn't like good.
No,
Just
I just started a
cracking
joke,
gibberish?
and he commented on my setup and then like said something else,
Oh,
and I was like,
that's
"Oh, I'm gonna
right.
shut this down right the fuck now."
Yeah.
And then I just yelled at him. Everybody had my back, and then I finished the joke, and it got a laugh. So I was like, "All right." And then I never saw that guy.
Do you know who I
Yeah.
think is the best at shutting people down? Kate McLaughlin.
Yeah.
By
my
far.
God.
Because she doesn't even say anything. She's like, not your
100%.
turn.
Yeah. Oh, you're still talking.
Stop talking.
Yeah, I have the talking stick.
And then they stop.
Yeah.
She's got that down good.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Nobody's made me feel like more of a piece of shit than Kate McLaughlin.
Ditto.
Yeah, on this podcast, even.
Oh.
She just.
What'd she do?
Oh, I mean, it's all just friendly fun. I mean, we're comics, we're friends, but she's just too smart.
She
She's
does have
way
like a
smarter
little,
than me.
like
Smart,
a
dude.
slight
Yeah.
sense of like
Just
superior morality, maybe.
so much smarter than me too. Like, and uses my words to make me an asshole, which is it's so creative, and I never know how to
Yeah.
combat it. I lose every time.
It's like judo.
Right?
She
Yeah.
just uses your momentum and
Yeah.
throws you into the wall.
Well, you guys all
Exactly.
know she's fighting law school real hard, right? That's the family. Her mom,
Ah.
legislator, her dad's a lawyer. She doesn't want to go that route, and I respect that, but she could.
Oh, for sure.
Kate, if you just took the LSAT, sorry, your mom talked to me. Just kidding.
Just get another stupid tattoo, Kate.
That'll deal with it.
Kate does have stupid tattoos.
Dude,
What are they?
they're just
Just silly
I
doodles.
say every time
silly,
I see her,
yeah.
she's wearing like a big button-down shirt all the way in like big jeans.
she has like an exclamation point and a Viking and just like a bunch of random shit.
But meaning to her or just literal random?
I don't know. She makes fun
She
of
hit
them.
shuffle on
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Spin the wheel. Get the art.
Do any of you guys have tattoos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got
No.
4. You can only see this
What
one.
does that one say?
Memento mori. Remember one day you will die in Latin.
I like to think of it as don't forget to die.
Yeah. Anything else? Oh yeah, dead.
Keith has dope ass tattoo on his chest.
Yeah.
is it, like an
I have
eagle or
I have a
something?
ninja cat fighting a samurai blue jay on my pectorals.
I feel like I want him to pull his shirt up. But like,
Yeah.
I
Do you want to
just-
see it? Do you
Yeah,
wanna see
I
it?
kind of
See
do.
them
I
titties.
kind
Yeah.
of do.
Yeah.
Because I didn't believe you for a second, but oh yeah.
All right.
There does it have like a little frilly hat on it? What
Nah.
is it?
It's
Oh, it's a
samurai.
samurai.
Yeah.
I see it.
What's the inspiration there?
My family's cat Bucky is just this really gnarly little black cat, and he fights everything. And
Yep.
but he's an indoor cat, so he's always just like sitting at the window, me at the birds. And so this would be the final confrontation.
So-
He'd get to fight the birds that he's always wanted to fight.
Right.
Your
But the
tat-
birds are gonna fuck him up too. Like,
But your tattoo's an homage to your family childhood cat.
yep,
Okay.
yeah, I love cats.
Mine is a butterfly I picked out of a book.
Where is it? Lower back?
It's actually on my right butt cheek.
Ooh.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
Is it really?
It is. I'm not going to show it to
All right,
you.
I'm
That's
going to
fine.
need you to pull up.
But one time I did show it to somebody and they asked me if it was two bunnies fucking. And I was like, fantastic. So I'll probably get
amazing.
it covered up with something or
That's
maybe
art
just
right
laser
there.
it
Yeah.
off.
I want a butt cheek tattoo too.
It's right here. It's like right on my right butt
Okay,
cheek.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's my
want-
only tattoo. It's about a nickel size.
Oh, that's not.
Well, see, here's the thing. I actually went to school close by here, and I came over with a friend who was 18, and I was 17.
Yeah.
And I lied to the guy. It was that tattoo shop above College Drive Cafe, and I was like, I promise I'm 18. I left my ID.
That was your flesh.
I left my
used to be, yeah.
I left
Really?
my ID at home, and he's like, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "Yeah, I promise." And then
Seems legit.
he gave it to me, and then my mom discovered it and told me only sluts get tattoos.
Oh, no.
When did your
Oh.
mom see your ass?
I was wearing so back in the 90s they had these cargo pants with a drawstring. They were very popular,
Yeah,
and if you
I remember
bent
that.
over, like the girls always had their thongs hanging out.
Right.
and-
The whale tail.
Whale tail.
Actually, my brother was the one who caught it and busted me, told my mom, and then I
a
tried
snitch.
to tell him
Wow.
it was a fake tattoo, but no,
No
just,
shit.
it was just a slutty real tattoo. So
Just a slutty tattoo the size of
she
a
denies that
nickel.
she said that, but why would I make that up?
Right.
Yeah.
Why would
You
I?
remember it.
I remember it vividly.
Yeah.
17-year-old.
Yeah. Parents like to do a little revisionism with the history. They scrub
Amen.
it clean.
Good
It's-
So do
Lord.
girlfriends. So do,
Yeah.
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 I mean,
I think we all do actually.
I remember things differently than a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
remember things.
I remember things that don't even happen. So
Yeah.
checkmate, atheists.
All right.
Oh, damn it.
So what else is going on with you guys?
Not much. Writing 10 minutes a day. Me,
Nice.
Max, and Dave are in a little
Writers Club?
pool where we remind each other every day after we write. And It's good motivation.
Do you give just whatever organically, or do you give each other topics, or how does that work?
No, we've just been basically just like sending 10 minutes or 25 minutes or however long you write. We haven't like done like a writing session or anything, but
No Zoom session.
That'd be cool though. That'd be fun to do.
yeah, we're planning on
That's
it.
awesome.
But
Yeah.
it's just holding us
So,
all accountable
here's the
to
question.
write every day.
Like
you know?
Max is really getting by with this cute bashful thing, but like
Right.
he's got some killer shit that he's working on, right?
Yeah.
I hope he brings it. Like
He's writing every day.
I know. Well, he's
so
a
he
smart
says.
kid. He's a smart kid.
He is a smart kid.
He's a smart kid for
And
sure.
as far as just like undeniable likability, he's got it.
Yeah.
Totally.
Everybody loves him. He's
that je ne
adorable.
sais quoi.
He's got a
has it.
cute little voice.
Yeah.
The little giggle.
Yeah, I
The
wanna
giggle.
The little
the
giggle.
giggle kills.
help him. You know what I mean?
You know what though? I told him don't get rid of that entirely. Because I think
Yeah.
there's something to that where you can literally make people laugh without saying a dang word.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not laughing at you, they're laughing with you. They feel the uncomfortability.
That's
But it's something I think he could play, but I'm like, if you can add that in where you just bring them something they don't expect that's just
Right.
whip fucking smart.
No.
Like that could be such a solid.
Well, that's like Nate
skill.
Bargatze's whole thing.
Yeah.
Is like I don't really know why he's funny, but just the way he is.
And they're both
Yeah.
from Tennessee.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a Tennessee.
You think
thing,
it's a
maybe.
Tennessee thing?
I think it's a Southern charm thing.
I don't know. Maybe.
well, or like what was Clay used to do stand up in town, and he wouldn't like really tell jokes, but he'd tell stories, and he told stories really well. Remember him? He was like short, dark hair.
Was he the guy who used to do his onto the Siri? Do you remember that guy?
Oh yeah.
Siri.
I don't remember that.
He
guy's
did an
name.
entire joke on a Siri, and when he got up there and he's like, "I don't like to speak in public, so I'm going to do it on the Siri." And I was like, "Oh,
No,
fuck,
that
this
wasn't
is gonna
him.
Be awful."
He-
And it was good.
Was it funny?
Oh,
It was really
That was
funny.
Leor.
Leor,
Yeah.
yes.
What?
Where's that guy? If he's in town,
I've seen him
Leor,
once or
Eeyore with
twice.
an L?
Leor, if you're here, I want you to come and do your joke at our open mic Tuesday nights at Rancho, 8:30.
I could get a hold of him.
Yeah, dude, I think it'd be fun to see again
Yeah,
because
I
not
don't
everybody
think
saw
that,
it. It was cool.
I don't
I
think
was so
that
jealous
robot
when he
voice
did
shit's
that.
gonna work at the ranch, but
I think it would. See, here's the thing. I didn't think it was going to work either. And when he said he was going to do a 5-minute joke on Siri,
it was
I
also
was like,
laugh therapy. I mean,
you think there's a difference?
it's the most supportive
Oh,
room
yeah.
in the world.
So here's the thing, though. Like, not to be like a hater, but that room's gone. So we have an opportunity to make the ranch whatever it is.
Yeah.
We can go back to what it was. That's fine. It's going to be a little different. It's on a different night. We don't have the stage anymore. Tones is going to DJ. Thank you,
Tight.
DJ Tones. We're excited for that.
If
But
only
like,
he wrote some jokes.
He wrote. What are you talking about? He wrote some jokes.
Tones?
Tones
No,
has
he's
been
been-
bringing the comedy.
Tones been the last time I saw Tones perform, he slayed it. It was at the Union
Yeah.
Social House.
Yeah, he's doing great.
And-
he's loving it. It's fun.
He was. I don't know. Maybe I was just drunk. Okay, I was definitely drunk,
I've
but he
seen-
was
I've
funny.
seen Tones do well. I'm just saying he's
Been telling the same.
bringing old
joke for
shit.
a
He's
year,
had the
yeah.
same opener since he
Well,
started.
but think about it. You guys, we all did too. That's how you get started. And he seems like he's been with us longer because he DJ'd for so long. But it really hasn't been that long that he's actually been actively doing comedy. So to think from, basically starting where one of us would be just walking in the door, he started there.
Oh.
At a later time, he's just part of our crowd.
Yeah.
That's it. But I mean, I think he's doing some good stuff. There's a couple of them that I think that he needs to tweak a little bit.
Right.
But
I'm just trying to motivate him to write more.
Totally.
Is all, and I
Well,
do it all the time.
I think that Max did that by stealing his joke that one night. That
Nice.
shit pissed him off. So.
That pisses anybody off.
Yeah.
That's
I
fucking
like
plagiarism.
Talk about the
started
king
it.
of stealing
Talking
jokes.
about enchilada casseroles. Who's the king of stealing jokes?
this guy
I didn't steal it. I
borrowed it.
borrowed it. Yeah.
Without permission or
Yeah.
credit or
It is hilarious when Drew's halfway through his set and then starts telling your joke.
yeah.
It's pretty funny.
Was it your joke?
Yeah.
He's done it a few times. I
You were
think.
telling butthole jokes? What?
I literally just did like my version of one of Brian's jokes, and it like wasn't the joke at all.
Didn't
It
go
was
great.
kind of like some of the same words.
Did you get a good laugh?
For me.
from people who knew what was going on?
Everybody
yeah.
else is like, this guy sucks.
Yeah, they're like, this is weird. And then everybody that's heard Brian tell his jokes is like, that's fucking hilarious.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah, I stole. It was like in the middle of the 11th Street run when I
Yeah.
just didn't have anything new and I hated what I was telling. And it
Been
was like
there.
I would just fluctuate between crowd work and then trying to tell somebody else's joke, like to them.
I like to just roast the audience there. That was fun to
Yeah.
always roast
Yeah,
them.
no.
I remember that. The day that you roasted them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
That was super fun there.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was that couple with like the really pretty daughter with the dreads.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I do remember them at the front table, and like
They asked
I
me
said
for
that,
cocaine.
did they? I asked the wrong person apparently.
Yeah. Well, I told a cocaine joke, and they were
You're
like,
always fishing.
Nice.
They were like, so can you find it? And I was like, do you see this guy around here? And they're like, that's who we came to see. Everybody knows who it is, but I'm not going to say his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
Seems fair.
it's okay.
It's all good.
So yeah, no, the 11th Street was fun. I hope that they bring some of that back. Like the guys from Denver are coming down, and I suggested they reach out. So I don't know if they're going to get it set up, but
Like
they want to do
Dead Room Comedy?
Yeah, Dead Room is coming.
Oh, our sponsors?
Yeah. Oh, are they the sponsors? I
Yeah,
didn't
they
know
are.
that. Well, look at
Goddamn
that.
right they are.
Yeah, let's
So
plug
good at
them.
marketing.
A year and a half now they've been sponsoring.
Hell
this
yeah.
podcast.
Well, yeah, no, Jeff, they posted that Jeff and Josh and Jacob and Elliot are going to come down, and I think they're going to do some stuff with Josh Fournier, and I'm like, dude, that's going to be sick
Yeah.
if they can find a room. So
Banger.
hopefully they find a place nearby.
I'm excited for the weather to get warm just so we have more possibility for
You know-
venues.
You know what's
like
crazy
11th
too?
Street.
We did the outdoor shows last summer, and I thought I didn't really want to do them, and I didn't think they were going to work. And like from a monetary standpoint, they're not a huge moneymaker because you got to pay for like porta potties and different stuff that you didn't have to before. But I've had so many people be like, "Hey, I've got land. Do you guys have a generator? Or we've got power?" And a lot of people want to bring them back. So I'm planning on doing a couple of outdoor, like bigger outdoor shows this summer, just because people ask for them. I never expected that they would take off, but I think it's kind of fun. And we always set them up, like we call it the picnic series. Bring your own food, bring your own drinks.
That's a great marketing
And
label.
we were in a park where they told us we had to put no contraband in the park, so we put it on there. But then we just brought our own trash can, and every time I hauled out a big old bag full of beer cans and threw them away in my house.
Fuck
so
yeah.
we didn't get caught. I won't say what city it was in, just in case they're watching.
Yeah.
The ones in Nick Coffey's backyard were super
Oh
cool.
yeah,
Super
he
fun.
had a
Yeah.
good setup there.
Yeah.
We went out to Trinidad, and Dave and I went to go see Sam Talent and Nathan Lund at Wally Wallace's place.
Savages.
And he had a really cool setup too, because his backyard wasn't that big, but the neighbors next door, it was kind of like a tiered backyard. So the neighbors next door let people set up there too. So it was
sick.
almost like a natural amphitheater. And then he had his little sheds, and like one of them was the green room, and it was pretty cool. It was a lot of fun.
Word.
So
That was one of the funnest things about the Nick Coffey shows was the neighbors.
Yeah.
Dude, are just
Conversing with
talking to
neighbors.
people
Yeah.
walking down the alley.
Yeah. Or like
They're just like,
someone
what is going on?
I think it was Kate McLaughlin, but she like turned her back to the audience in Nick's yard and was like exclusively for like 2 minutes
Talking
doing
to
crowd
them.
work with
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
oh, I say when
Oh,
Sam,
cool.
When
Yeah,
Sam
yeah.
Talent was doing his set in Trinidad, a guy started doing a chainsaw on the other side of the fence for like 15 minutes. And so he had us all say, "Shut the fuck up!" Like count, like 60 people yelling at the guy over the fence.
If
so
anybody could pull
it
that
got
off,
quiet
it's
for
Sam
like
Talent.
3 minutes, and then I'll hear,
Fuck you guys, this is my land.
This guy's just trying to get shit done.
Yup.
it was fun. It
It's
was
just
funny.
touring.
Fucking comics telling jokes in the yard next door.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's been different. Like, just seeing how things adapt. Because I never felt like the Zoom shows were going to be the thing. And they've been a good
So
way to
rough.
supplement. But here's my thought. If you couldn't get people to come to a show where they have alcohol, how are you going to get them to tune away from whatever they're watching on Netflix or Hulu?
Right.
And, like, unless you have something super innovative, super creative, or you just have a huge family that wants to support your art, you're not going to, it's not going to be the draw. I wish it would have taken off a little bit better than it did, but, like, I just don't think it's the future of whatever this is.
Yeah, I feel like the comedy competition that the radio station did.
Yeah.
that was pretty good turnout. Like
It
there was a
was.
lot of laughter going on the other side of it. So
Yeah.
I felt like I was kind of doing comedy, but every other one I've done was just like weak as fuck. Like it felt worse than the Starlight. On an empty night where you're just like,
I didn't think Trevin's was that bad, but mostly because I was excited to see Dave.
Right.
Like when I saw him, like I just Dave is my homie. I missed him, and like
love
seeing him there, and we were all laughing at the like little inside jokes, and that was fun. But yeah, as far as performing, that was homies hanging out. That's what it was. So,
we talk a significant amount of shit about Dave on this podcast, but we do love him.
dude, I love Dave.
We all love Dave.
I love Dave and Kat. They're my favorites. I miss them a lot.
Yeah.
But well, we'll see him again maybe. They said if we do
On the other side.
They said if we do Four Corners, they're gonna come up. So
Nice.
I don't know. We'll see.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna try to take a trip down soon, maybe this summer.
That'd be awesome.
Go do some mics. Dave's got a spot now.
Well, yeah, I
so-
say Brian said, now that he's set up in Dallas too, he's like, come on down. I was like, dude, don't tempt me. And he's like, no, I'm serious. I said,
Dr. King?
Yeah, I said, have your hot brother there and I'll show up. So, yeah.
Dr. Brian King painted my girlfriend while she was naked.
I
saw that.
remember that. She
saw it on
told me it was
Facebook.
kind of weird because his wife and his kid
And
were
his
just
daughter,
there,
yeah.
just staring at her while she was naked. Yeah.
That would be weird.
That kid is
would
going to
be
grow
weird.
up to be like the most bohemian, artsy,
Yeah,
cultured kid in the entire world.
Hard to
Just,
fade.
Like
moving
speaking
around.
different languages and just so cultured. Like nobody will be able to hold a candle to her.
Turbo cultured.
So, anyways, Drew, what's going on with you?
Fucking dog shit. He cut his leg and then that got infected and just been dealing with that all week. So
Nice.
Jeepers.
yeah, not getting
You
to
have,
sleep a lot, which is a bummer.
How did he cut his leg?
We were out playing in the snow and just something under the snow got him.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Is he gonna be okay though?
Yeah, he'll be fine. Like earlier in the week, it was touch and go, but just
Oh, man.
trips to the vet.
Well, shoot, I didn't know that. Sorry
Yeah.
about that, but he's gonna be
Yikes.
okay though.
Yeah, totally.
Well, ketamine. They give him some.
Do you want some?
Jill's just looking for drugs.
No, I just.
Do you
asking.
have a bottle of ketamine?
Yeah,
in
yeah,
your
yeah.
I
truck?
just
I
was
got
asking.
Jacob Jonas asking me for tramadol. Jill wants ketamine.
Of course.
PB&Ts, as I like to call them.
Yeah. He probably does like puts him up his butt or something. Butt chugs tramadol.
I was explaining Dead Room Comedy to one of my buddies at work, and I was like, there's this one dude, he kind of grew up rich. He's just a douchebag, but he's so funny, it's hard not to like him. Because
Likeable smarm.
I fucking love Jacob
Smarm.
Jonas,
Bring
but
that word back.
everything inside me wants to hate him. Just like, he shot himself in the head with a BB gun. He used the same gun in their most recent sketch.
Oh God.
And that's all I commented. I was
still-
like, who gave him a gun?
When he first started here, I didn't know, but he wasn't 21. He was one of the young ones, and he turned 21. Like he had been doing it for like a year, and I had been
Getting
telling
drinks.
all kinds of like dirty lady jokes about him, like how he was cute, and then I'm like,
He was 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
I know, but I said he was sexually confusing because he had the face of a teenage Keebler elf with the body
You
of
did
Zac
say
Efron.
that. I remember that.
I was like, wait, I don't know what to do. I don't know.
He's a beautiful man.
Looks like the nice guy in a frat boy movie.
Totally.
Yeah. The nicer.
right.
Does
I
he
was like,
listen to
guys,
the
we
douche?
should call the
The one that gets
cops.
slapped.
We shouldn't bury
Yeah,
your
yeah,
body.
Yeah.
That guy. Yeah.
You're
I don't
right.
know.
So before I started doing comedy, I came to a laugh therapy.
Yeah.
I wanted to sign up and saw Jacob Jonas go, and he fucking murdered. And I was just like,
Did he
oh.
intimidate you?
Yeah, I was like, I can't do it after that.
Well, so that night, were you on the list?
No,
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
know how it worked yet. Like, what times?
How many times did you come to open mics before you finally got up there and did it?
Probably like 3.
Me too. 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First time I ever went to an open mic, I got up because I thought it was karaoke night. But then when I found out it was comedy, they said they'd give us a free drink. I was like, okay, I
Oh,
can
fuck
go write
yeah.
some jokes. So I went on the
Yeah.
patio and scribbled a few things down to get my free drink. I was a college kid. I needed the money.
Oh, damn.
Oh yeah.
You've been in the game for a grip then. Where was this?
Kansas City.
Kansas City?
Yeah, right by the plaza. It was an old place, actually, ironically called the Embassy.
Nice.
Was the first place I started.
R.I.P..
And this was in 2008. And about the week after I did it, they actually outlawed all smoking indoors, and the bar went out of business like 2 weeks later. So that was it. But
You did that to him.
I guess so. I think I might have been one of the last performers on their stage. I walked the bar. So,
What a legacy.
Yeah.
And you recently got 86th from a local.
I don't know about that,
establishment.
and I don't want to talk about it.
I would love to talk about it. Because what happened?
I don't know if I got 86. I'm just guessing. Maybe I did.
Did you talk shit to somebody?
No, I actually
Just the
did
owner of a
nothing.
bar.
I did
Oh, yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
not. Well, I did after he started it, but no. Basically, I booked a show, as one does in the comedy production world, and somebody who
dare
is
you.
unaffiliated with me and doesn't pay me didn't like that I did that. And basically, that's what happened.
All butthurt because we're doing it at the ranch. Is that what's going on?
Well, basically, yes, but
Heard.
sort of threatened the other person, and I was like, I'm not cool with that. That person doesn't have anything to do with me.
Dude, you know how
That'd be like if that person had a band and I had a band and I booked my band at another bar and they said, fuck you, we're going to cancel your band because this band's playing at another bar.
right.
That's the way I feel about it. Like, get fucked. So
That's the moral.
I did make spite stickers, which I will be handing out free to everyone who comes to El Rancho on
Sweet.
Tuesday night. Right now, I've heard the capacity is 50, so if we pack it out every week, hopefully the health department will let us have more people there. We'll see.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
Tight.
So
I'm excited.
I think it's going to be fun.
I love doing comedy. Thank you, Joe, for getting us another show.
We need it, you guys.
We really do.
We do.
And without people like you, we wouldn't have these comedy nights.
You could. I just have the sound system, so that's all it
Right.
is.
We need
That's
a
handy.
Thursday show too.
I actually am really hoping that Ryan MC is listening and
Right.
is going to get back on Union Social House because we didn't have that room for very long. But I love that place.
That place is a fucking badass
It had
venue.
a great vibe. I didn't menu.
Okay, venue.
Oh, I thought you said menu.
Okay, here's the thing. As I went to one show there, and you know what I love about the Union Social House is that they have a speaker in the back of the room, so you
You
can
know-
actually hear what the fuck is going on the stage.
They also have one outside, and I
Baller.
had somebody come in during my set and inform me that kids could hear me, and I was telling my dirtiest shit.
And the guy with a sword.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Tight.
I say, yeah, the built-in sound system is a little odd to me because I think they've had some issues, like the mics kept cutting out.
Really?
Yeah.
But I'm thinking now that they've done it enough that hopefully it'll be better.
was-
But I just thought that was a great place.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if we don't have Embassy back, and I mean, I'm sure that restaurant will get rented out, but who knows if we'll have the opportunity to use that anymore. So like, it was a great venue. Like, I was very impressed with it. I was jealous as hell. I was like, damn it, Ryan. But no, it was good.
I think we're worth betting on, especially when it comes to the embassy. We fucking packed that bitch out every
A
month.
lot.
It was full.
Yeah.
And all those people bought drinks. All those people bought food, or half of them, you know. I feel like we made them money.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. Well, I didn't say
Clearly not enough.
So when we did, they had the showcase.
That's not our fault.
But the showcase shows that Ryan did were usually pretty good, and then we did the one with Elliot and Jacob and Joshua, and I mean, we did it in the back room, and it was a pretty good turnout. I
That had
mean,
to be right close to the end, right? Like March. Like,
no, it was in October. It was like October 14th.
The homecoming show.
Yeah.
oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, I missed
Yeah,
that one.
it
I was
October.
supposed to finally do the embassy back room. Never done
Yeah.
it, and then COVID shut this
Dude.
fucking thing down. I've
God.
never
You and I
done
were
it.
on that St. Patrick's show in the back room, and
I
I,
had-
was on fire back then.
I
Yeah.
made my best
too.
poster. We were supposed to have back-to-back shows at Down the Rabbit Hole the 13th and the 14th of March. Dave and I went up to Denver the week before. We actually had a great time. We went to the spelling bee with the Dead Room Comedy guys, and then we ended
At the
up
ramen place?
yeah, we went there, and then we ended up seeing Godfrey, and I can't remember the name, and Dave's gonna kill me, but one of Dave's favorite comics at Comedy Works. But we spent all of the Comic Uprising money because we're like, oh, we've got shows booked until August, and so we balled out that weekend. We ate fancy. We got like a 2-bedroom Airbnb, the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then when we came back, every single show was canceled. We had one show after that, and it was the 8th Avenue Tavern mic that was like the Thunderdome. When that drunk guy kept coming up and like tried to take the mic away from people, that was our last show. And we had $50 in the bank account because we spent like $1,200 that week and just partying. We just spent our entire account. It was fun though, wasn't it, Dave? We had a good time.
Isn't that where you saw that? Who's the guy that came down and did Cortez with us? The Beast, the nerdy guy. I was on that.
Kurt Fletcher.
Kurt Fletcher. That's where you saw
Yeah.
Kurt Fletcher,
Yeah,
right?
that Kurt
Godfrey
Fletcher
show?
opened for Godfrey.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So Kurt Fletcher and I had actually been friends on social media for like an extremely long time, and we never had the opportunity to meet. Like, he would be in Farmington and I'd be somewhere else. And so when I saw he was up there, I was like, hell yeah, we had already booked tickets to the Comedy Works, but he was performing at the Improv, and I'm like, I know that guy. Let's go check him out. And he was really funny. He did a great job. He can just do one-liners like nuts.
Super nice too. I mean,
You know-
he was so nice to me. We talked about my set. And
Did he talk? So this is the thing I think is very interesting about him, and I'll get the number wrong, but he has kept track of every single comedy performance he's ever done.
Dang.
Like, he has a tally, and I want to say it's like 1,500 or something. Like, he's been keeping a record since he started, and I'm like, it's kind of a weird thing to do, but it's kind of cool. Like, I have no idea how many times I've gotten on a
Me
mic
neither.
because I never kept track of it.
I could
He's
tell
kept
you I
track
have
of all of it.
Every one but my first 3 recorded.
Do
So
you
just have to
really?
See how many recordings?
Yeah,
I have,
I've-
You
missed
save
a
them
few.
all?
Unless I lose my phone, yeah.
Better put them on the cloud bed.
I met a
They're on,
dude.
like I whatever.
iCloud?
iCloud.
Sure.
I met a dude in Phoenix who did 1,000 shows in
Who
a
was
year. Ian Russo, maybe.
I don't know if I know him.
But I saw him at 3 different mics when I was in Phoenix.
He's just out there all
He
the
was
time, just
grinding.
hitting it.
Yeah, he was from LA.
I went out to Phoenix and did a show January 2nd out there with John Gregory, creepy comic, and Jesse Everett. It was fun. It was not huge turnout, but it was the day after New Year's, so.
Yeah.
But it was fun. It was in Glendale. Apparently, the area I was in was a real sketch area, but nobody bothered us, so it was fun. We had a
Well,
good
if you're
time.
walking around with John Gregory, you'll be fine.
Yeah,
Terrifying
he actually was.
looking man.
He didn't stay very late because his wife was just getting ready to have their daughter like week or two, like a day or two later. I think they had the baby.
Out there doing sets. I love
Oh yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's totally me.
He's taking one. I think he's taking 1 month off, and he's going back on the road. Like
Right.
Jesse already talked to me, so they're going to be out here doing some shows in May. So yeah, he's
In Durango?
around this area. He does a lot of the wineries. Like he does like the Grand Junction, like Palisade wineries a lot. He's been on that like little circuit for a while. So I
would
guess
do comedy at a
wineries like the
winery.
creepy comic. They like a guy acting like he's drunk. It's good.
Jonathan Gregory is a wild card. For
He
sure.
is. He's fun though.
Wild card.
Wild card, bitches.
I cut the brakes.
Yeah.
I feel like they'd run things pretty loose at a winery too.
I don't know. I think it depends on. I know
I
some.
thought it was the
wine-
opposite.
I see. Yeah,
thought
I
they were
know
a little
some
snooty.
vineyard owners, and they're like,
Yeah.
They don't let
sorry.
me in with my hat backwards. I know that.
Butthole jokes.
Wow.
don't
This
Guys
care.
over here trying to suck dicks. Yeah.
No dick sucking at our winery.
I was
He's
going to
looking
ask
for
you when you
cheeseburgers.
said that whenever you leave your drink at the bar, you put your hat down
Grease.
to mark your spot, and I was going to ask you if you put it forward or backwards for the bartender's sake.
I guess it depends on whatever angle you're looking at it from.
Oh, there you go.
It's not.
You can go either way, huh?
How do you do forwards or backwards on a table? It's just a head on a table.
Well, I was thinking a bar top.
Yeah. I don't know.
You're one of those culture people that sits at a table in a bar. Got it.
It depends on if there's seats at the bar, especially right now. You can't sit at most bars.
Can you still not sit at the bar?
You can sit at our bar.
Yeah.
At Steamworks.
As an employee, we can sit at the bar.
Here, wait. You guys probably know your food service. What's
What's
blue?
that?
What's blue mean versus orange?
Oh, I don't fucking.
You, have
He's
no-
front of house. So.
I don't fucking.
you don't know the
I
difference.
think I thought blue was bad, but I guess
No, blue's good.
I
Blue's
thought.
Blue's
good.
definitely better than orange.
I thought purple was worse than red,
See, I
but
thought
blue's
that
good.
red is the worst.
no,
then
purple's
orange.
the worst.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like purple, red.
Why wouldn't they do it in
Yellow,
the normal
orange.
like Roy G. Biv, like
Why
red, orange, yellow, green?
any of this?
Because they're
How do you remember Roy G. Biv?
You're
You
a
just
lawyer,
said it.
Jill, you go set them straight. Go,
No.
go tell those lawyers.
I
what's
found
up.
that a lot of the county people
Lloyd G. Biv.
don't like lawyers telling them that they're not doing their jobs and following the law. They
Atta
don't take
girl.
super kindly to that.
What?
No.
No.
Well, that's because they're fucking.
They don't
morons.
like it. When you're like,
Yeah.
hey, you're not following this law. And they're like, fuck you, bitch. I'm like, okay, fine. I'll just have to report you to the state. And I do. So,
Atta girl. Jill, I feel like you are the unsung hero of the people of the rural areas around here.
oh my God,
She's
thank
like
you.
Going to bat. I don't know. I just follow you on Facebook and like you post a lot.
I don't want to make it heavy, but I will tell you that
but-
during COVID, like with everybody being locked down, like either things were very, very, very bad and it
Yeah.
was under wraps, or
Yeah.
things got worse.
then-
Because I deal a lot with a lot of domestic violence, and
Yeah.
it's
That's kind of the vibe I got from you.
the
And
only
that's-
thing I would say is I think because it's happening, people are becoming more aware of the problem, which
Right.
makes me think my naive optimism, like hopefully it will get better now that people know what's going on. But yes, I have dealt with some crazy things during
Yeah.
COVID. So
Well, and that's I haven't even seen you really since then.
we'll
but
see,
that's
and that's why I'm
you-
excited
Because
about
she
the
blows
comedy,
off
though.
her steam by getting banned from Facebook.
yeah, you're in Facebook jail. Jill, tell us
Mark
about
Zuckerberg
that.
is such an asshole.
How many accounts
Mark
do you have now?
Zuckerberg.
Well, I have 4 accounts. I technically have 5 accounts.
Jesus.
I have a business account, which
Right.
I do with my business. Then I have one that has a fictional name that I will not tell you that I use to troll the Cortez Journal.
Atta girl.
Then I have
Cortez
one.
Journal.
Yes.
They have a
Awful.
newspaper.
Look, can I tell you
I did
something?
not know that
They
either.
actually do.
They know how to
And a
read
couple
in
years ago, if you look on Facebook, you'll find it.
It's in
It's
braille.
like an audiobook, yeah.
No, most of them don't. Most of them don't read it because it's a liberal rag. They think it's because Ballantine publishes
Because
it.
only liberals know how to write Cortez.
But a few years ago, I created a fictional paper.
Paper boys driving around throwing cassette tapes onto driveways.
Every third one breaks, but hey, at least we're
I
getting
am
news
happy
out
we're
there.
having this conversation. No, I created a fictional paper a few years back called the Cortez Urinal,
Oh, tight.
and I didn't like one of the reporters, so I would print his articles and grade them with a red pen and then upload them online.
Oh my god.
It's still on Facebook. You
That's
can find it.
In a very
hilarious.
small
Give us the
community.
name after this is over.
No, it's called the Cortez Urinal.
Oh, okay.
The Cortez Urinal. Urinal. Like the Cortez Journal.
But Mexican.
Urinal. Yeah, there you go.
Go to God.
You're kind of a wild woman. Have you ever tried to pee in a urinal?
No. Because I don't like the smell of men's restrooms. It's foul as
Nobody
fuck.
does.
Blech. Gross. I'm like, even get by the one at Rancho. And I'm like,
I used to work at a restaurant and had to clean the restrooms. The women's was by far.
Way worse.
what restaurant? Wait,
far.
were you working in an Applebee's though?
No.
Because that would make sense.
It was a Mexican restaurant.
Oh, there you go.
I
No.
worked at City Market when I was like 15.
Oh, City
Same.
Market
The
bathrooms
women's
are
restroom was always like,
nasty.
whoa.
Well,
Yeah.
that's where all the unhoused people go. That's the.
That's a nice way of saying it. Yeah.
Yep. Yes. I'm moving away from saying homeless because that. I mean, we're all 3 bad
Wow.
months away from being homeless. You know.
You're right.
I don't know, man. It's
Okay,
weird
not
for me.
Drew, he owns a
I'll
house.
tell you something that has survived
Mhm.
COVID: pot shops and divorce attorneys.
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty okay. Doing pretty
And
okay.
booze sales and
Yeah. Oh,
ammo.
you know, do you remember when they shut down the liquor stores for like a couple of
3
hours in
hours?
Denver?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't even drink. You guys know I have iced tea right now. I have a couple of drinks usually at the bar. I panicked and drove to the drive-through liquor store and bought like $200 worth of alcohol just because I was afraid it was going to happen in Cortez.
Yeah, you
So
did.
I did something similar.
What did you
I
do?
stocked the fuck up is what I did.
It was
because
Thursday.
Everything was. I was at SCA and they closed SCA while I was there, so they
Oh,
kicked
wow.
everybody out. It's when the governor called.
Yep,
So
the
I bought
lockdown.
I bought like 4 6-packs there. Then I went to the liquor store, fucking loaded up,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought I was gonna like, make it last. I drank it in like 4 days.
I see.
I was fucking shit faced for 4 days. I also
you
bought
were.
like a
was a
couple
good
grams
time
of
to be
cocaine and did
shit-faced.
all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I didn't
Attaboy.
save none.
Allegedly.
Well, the goal isn't really saving any of that stuff.
But I was planning on it. I was
good.
planning on it, but
I
every time
actually-
I did a line, I wanted another
I
beer,
bought-
and every beer I wanted another line.
I just bought a bunch of frozen meat because I was worried that we wouldn't have
Yup,
food.
I did the
and
same
I have
thing.
a deep freeze, and then now I'm having to cycle stuff out. I don't know why, but I thought Italian sausage would be a good purchase, and I have a lot of it.
Huh.
You can't do a lot
Do you
with
want
Italian.
do you want some recipes?
You want? Well,
It goes
I say,
great
I
with
Do you have
thought
an-
I
do
thought
you
you
have
were
an
gonna offer me to
Instant
meat
Pot?
trade. I do have an Instapot.
Yeah, I've got some good Instant Pot recipes with
Italian sausage.
Yep.
Okay.
Keith will show you what to do with that meat.
Keith, bring me some sausage recipes, please.
Sausage
please.
delivery.
Yeah.
Please.
Cortez.
Instantly in a pot.
Yeah. it
No,
is.
I did. I had so much though, and then the little girl that had lived with me when she was in high school moved home, and she decided to become, I think, Jewish when she was in college. And so I had bought like a ton of ribs.
Can you
and
do that?
Sausage.
Who does
Can you
Well,
become
her,
Jewish?
her dad was.
Oh, but it depends on your mom, huh?
Well, and I think
that
she
Judaism?
converted.
That's
but so
genetics.
I bought a ton of like cheap
your
pork
hairline,
meat,
Brian.
and then she wouldn't eat any.
It's
of it.
fantastic. Yeah.
Sorry, how do you become? Can you convert?
Yeah, you can convert.
I didn't. I thought they were
People usually do it to get married,
exclusive
though.
Club.
Like,
People
I could
usually
be
do it to
Jewish?
marry.
Oh
into
yeah,
a
because
Jewish
that's
family.
Dave is technically Jewish now, right?
Jew adjacent.
Jew-ish.
Adjacent.
I like
decent delivery.
Jew-ish. Kat, I miss you so much.
Yeah,
She'll love that. She'll get a good laugh.
that's
at
good.
that.
I hope so.
Oh, she will. She's got a
Kat
great
listen to
sense of
this?
humor. She does.
That's good for her. God bless her. Yahweh bless her.
Who?
Cat.
Cat. Oh, I love. Yeah. I don't think.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know how Jews work. I have a friend to the Jewish people.
We're straying here.
Yeah.
So, a 16-year-old converted to Judaism, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she wasn't 16. She was 19. She
So
went
she
to
stopped
college.
eating Italian sausage.
She wouldn't eat. I bought ribs. I bought pork loin. I had pork chops. Because it's all meat. Pork's cheap. So when I was
Yeah.
thinking, when I suddenly have two
That's why the
teenagers,
Jews don't eat it.
so they had to both come home. Probably right.
It's like, that
Just-
doesn't even cost enough
See,
for
I
me.
keep trying to get this conversation back on track, Brian Nystrom.
I'm
and you
enjoying
keep
the latent
just
Farmington
taking it off.
anti-Semitism
You just
coming
keep
out.
taking it off in the wrong direction. I'm uncomfortable.
To be fair, I just don't have a lot of Jewish friends. I grew up
But
in
yeah, no,
Farmington.
they don't even know what a Jew is, but we hate them in Farmington.
I wouldn't say hate. We're scared of what we don't know.
Well, this sounds like an opportunity for someone to come educate you on the podcast about Judaism.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Just
Dude,
like
is there
Bailey
a
educated you on
trans stuff.
Is there a
transgender stuff
rabbi in
last time.
Durango?
Huh?
Is there a rabbi in Durango?
There is. There's
Do
actually.
we have a
yeah.
synagogue?
Yeah, we do.
I didn't even
I
know it
did
was called the
not.
synagogue. If you said synagogue, I might have guessed Muslim.
Yeah, I think it's
You do need- you
I
need
can't remember
some
what it's called. But yeah,
education.
they do have something.
I
there.
think religion
We
is
need to
silly.
get them
Okay,
on
I
the
don't
know.
care.
podcast to
You didn't
show
grow up in
what's
it. That's the thing.
Well, I grew up around like Mormonism.
Oh,
My dad
that's
married
true.
into
You
Mormons.
got- yeah.
Super.
That's a cult, though, not a religion.
What's the difference?
Why do you think it's a cult?
It's too new. That's like the only Mormon people are.
Wait, what do
wonderful
you think about
people,
Scientology?
but That's a cult
That's
too.
definitely a cult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
That
you
seems to
realize
make you
Mormonism goes back to like the 1800s.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's
we
like a
know
couple
who
hundred
wrote
years
it.
old.
That's the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
We know who wrote it.
Do
right?
we?
Yeah, John Smith.
Johnson.
Joseph?
Even Brian knows that. No,
Wow,
John
you are
Smith.
not a Mormon. You
No,
failed.
I'm
John
not
Smith is from
Mormon.
Pocahontas, dude.
Jill, he got a lot of the letters.
That's just a
okay?
standard white
He
man
was
name.
able to interpret them with the little glasses.
Joseph Smith. Yeah.
Joseph Smith.
Well, he dug. It wasn't even Joseph Smith. It was
The Angel Moriani.
well
Moroni.
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 Who was the other guy? There's
Don't Mormons believe they get their own planet when they die?
Jill's
Yeah,
triggered.
well,
Is that
pretty much.
Scientologist? That sounds more like a Scientologist.
No,
No,
it's Mormons.
actually,
Oh, really?
Mormons do
Yeah.
believe that. They do believe that basically that they don't really technically believe in hell.
Okay.
Speaking of, that's one
That's
of the
convenient.
That's one of the reasons I
Works
got
for
banned
me.
on Facebook. So I know what I'm talking about. I got banned for saying Mormons are freaks for 7 days for hate speech.
That's
Really?
not even like saying
Mark
gypsy.
Zuckerberg banned me for 7 days for saying Mormons are freaks.
That's
and
not
if
even
he had looked
necessarily
at
a
the
bad
conversation
thing.
ahead of time, my friend was talking about Mormons and threesomes, and I commented, "Yeah, Mormons are freaks. I know that."
some of that Momo
and I got
Strange.
7 days banned straight away. But no, there's actually a lot of the Mormon Church is very interesting. I'm not a Mormon, however, I once was a Mormon. I did resign my membership, but it is a living gospel, living prophet. So it is an evolving. Their concept is an evolving doctrine. Which that's hard to get on board if you are raised Catholic or Christian or something like that. Where you're like, well, no, this is the Bible. This is what it is. But so what is happening now is like with all the social stuff happening in the world, like the LGBTQ movements and like sex positive movements and, interracial things, that basically historically the prophecies were against those things. And now they're
They have to
changing.
adapt.
Well, they're changing their doctrine, but they're, the question is this divine inspiration to the prophet to change this stance on like gay people, or are they adapting because it's
Financially.
socially,
beneficial.
financially, politically the right move for them to keep their congregation? So
I'm going to go with the second one.
it could be, but it just depends on, it's that whole thing of faith, like if you're a believer, that's your thing. And I can tell you, I have some friends who are like straight up like Utah Mormons.
Yeah.
When they get out of their social like circle and out into the real world, there's a lot, not that they're not smart, they're very smart, but as far as like some of the pop culture things that are like just really inherent to us, they don't understand a lot of it. They don't get it. And
Like
so
Drew as a kid.
Yeah, I didn't have TV either.
Yeah.
Were you a Mormon?
were you raised Mormon?
No, I was raised like Baptist though.
Southern Baptist?
No, like Texas, like kind of middle.
Mid Southern Baptist?
Yeah, like a little bit of. What's
Just
the
a touch of racism.
Was there any like Pentecostal stuff like that?
Yeah, like it's
The
kind of
wooga booga
merged.
spirits and tongues and shit.
Did you guys have snakes?
I wish.
Okay,
I
no.
actually had salamanders.
No, I meant like the dancing
Like that.
snakes that bite you, kind of. Not that kind
No,
of.
no, they don't bite you because you're faith.
Well, they bite you, but you don't die because
Keith.
But didn't some
Were
guy
you
just
there?
die from one of those? I think there
I've
was
seen
one
a lot
recently.
of
Well, yeah, it's because he didn't have any faith.
Oh, well, yeah, it was his fault for sure.
Yeah.
that was a rattlesnake.
I don't fuck with snakes. No. It's just not
Yeah.
my jam. I got
Snakes don't
bit
fuck
by a...
with God.
You might
Snakes
be right.
do fuck with God. Have
yeah,
you
we
read
kinda.
Genesis?
Kinda,
Oh, yeah. There's an
Nice.
apple. Yeah.
yeah.
Somebody did Bible trivia back in the day, huh?
Oh, dude, I grew up under a fucking rock. I
That's
did
how him
not,
and Bailey met.
at
church
the-
stuff.
the
Dude,
Oh,
I
really?
totally
campus
did Bible
ministry.
quiz back in the day, 100%. Yeah, so I
That's,
get it.
it's.
I was at Assemblies of God.
I know the name, but I'm not really familiar with what
They
what
are
tout.
Pentecostal.
Oh, yeah.
So my family was originally Lutheran, which is
Speaking in tongues
very
and the
very
Spirit.
traditional. And then when I was a teenager, they decided to go completely to the other end of the spectrum. of the speaking in tongues. The first time I saw that, I was like, what is going on? I just had never seen it because
If that's not a sign of the devil, I don't
stand,
know what
sit,
it is.
kneel, stand, sit, kneel. But yeah, no. But then we got out of that.
I saw a sign of the devil today at work.
What
you
was
guys wanna
that?
hear about it?
Yeah.
I had a table and they bought some beers and some apps, and then their check was $66.66.
Ooh.
And then 25% of that was $16.66.
Did they draw a pentagram on the receipt?
No, but I said Hail Satan when I dropped it off, and they looked at me weird, and then they tipped me really well. So
Fuck yeah.
Mixed messages.
More than 666?
well, it was $16.66 was 25%, and that's what they tipped me.
But I say yeah, so they
Yeah.
did more. They tipped you
Yeah,
exactly that?
I think they were secret Satanists. Yeah.
well,
Sick. Are you gonna join the club? Were they attractive? With that
Yeah,
swinging?
they were. It was two very cute girls and one
Okay.
cute guy. We'll say it. It is a good-looking
Guys can
dude.
be cute.
Cute
Yeah.
little fella.
Fuck
look
yeah,
at
guys
Max
can be
Turner.
cute.
Fucking adorable.
He's a baby.
I love him.
who is?
Max Turner.
Oh, he's so cute.
He is cute.
Like, who are we talking
I
about?
love
I don't know.
I love how we all just like hype him up to go on stage. We're like, no, just go up and be cute, Max. Like,
Yeah,
for
he
our
told me
entertainment.
once that he did not want to be known as the cute comic, and I was like, bring freaking slaying jokes. You know what? The one I like is the Lithuanian Larry Bird, but he needs to work that
Yeah.
one. That joke has
He's
potential.
got a lot of good shit.
The
but
joke has potential. It's not there, but I love that line. Lithuanian Larry Bird. That shit's funny.
And
It's a good joke.
it works coming out of his mouth for
Right.
sure.
Yeah.
That's what she said. Sorry, I was on the exhale.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, Keith.
You're welcome. I'll work on my contributions from here.
So, should we go into politics now and talk about what's going on in the country, or what?
You think
We
I'm
should-
dumb about fucking religion? Me
Yeah,
and
let's do
politics.
it. Let's
Will you
for
pass that
sure
ashtray
do
over
it.
here?
So,
flavor? Yeah,
what do you
my
guys
dog.
think about the bombing of Syria? Do you know about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't know that's going on. What's happening? Still haven't got the stimulus check. Did you guys get your stimulus? Did you get a stimulus?
Wait, which one?
The second one?
Maybe.
No.
Was it like $600?
Yeah,
Maybe.
I never got it.
Um,
I never got it. It's 'cause
this
I'm-
year. Yeah. Yep, I got that one.
Did you get it?
I don't get them.
You
Drew
make
owns a house.
Too much money. Too much money. Oh, I'm so rich.
You're welcome, though. You're welcome.
Must be nice.
Well, whose money do you think it was, Keith?
What?
The stimulus checks.
What? How much money do I think it was?
It was.
No,
Drew,
whose
it was
money?
Drew Mitchell's
Oh,
money.
it
Yeah,
was-
they came and took it from me.
Are you happy with your school bird?
taxation's bullshit. That's
Nah, I mean, it's good. I'd rather have nice things.
Well, I don't think it's bullshit. I think it depends on how it's spent because we have to have it. We have a bunch of people who don't give a shit about spending it on things we need to spend it
okay.
on.
But
that was
they
a flippant
instead
comment.
take it and they bomb Syria with it or something.
Yeah.
Which is a total waste.
Or
of
they
money.
buy out corporations.
Yeah,
They
they
do
they bail them out.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah, it's fun. Being an American's pretty cool right now, I guess, huh? It's a different time. Although I do
Big
have
picture.
to say, I'm a little
Beats
nervous
being a
about the
Syrian.
fact, well, fair point, Drew. God, you're always so great to bring us back to reality. It's correct.
This is a good mix. This is a good mix. We got. That's you guys are bringing it back. I appreciate that.
What does that mean?
Brian got real quiet.
I don't understand what that meant.
I don't either. I think Keith just wanted to dance.
Yeah.
I think he's like, let's stop talking about politics. Fuck this shit. Let's move on to something else.
that's-
You guys got any concert tickets that you bought before from last year that you got to make up on? What do you got going?
It's an art. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Opio, like electronic dance kind of thing. Red Rocks, October this year. The resale value right now is about $350.
You gonna go to the show? Or you gonna sell the tickets?
I'm gonna fucking go. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I got tickets to the live playing of the Jagged Little Pill Alanis Morissette album,
Wow.
which I'm very excited about. I bought it for my friend for her birthday, January 2nd, 2020. And then we were supposed to go in the summer and it got canceled. So now it's August 5th, which is a Thursday.
That's the day after my birthday.
In the middle of fucking Phoenix. It's going to be
Oh,
hot as
fuck
balls.
that.
Dude, it's going to be fun. We're going to go to that.
You are going to.
And then I also
Sweat.
we're gonna be disgusting. But then we're also gonna do the Telluride Jazz Festival was supposed to have the Beach Boys and Preservation Hall Jazz Band, and they canceled that, and it's rescheduled for August 13th through the 15th. And I just booked like a baller Airbnb
Damn.
Because here's why.
Oh, yeah.
Normally I can't because I
That's
buy
hard
the
to get.
ticket. But I can't get the tickets because I can't do both. I can't do like the luxury and the tickets. But I paid for those tickets like over a fucking year ago.
Right.
So I'm like, who cares?
You've recouped,
Now I'm
yeah.
good. Now I'm gonna buy. So I rented an Airbnb for like $600 for the weekend, and I'm gonna take my.
That's hard to
Shit,
get.
yeah.
And we're gonna have
That's
fun.
super hard
It's
to
like
get.
During the Jazz
it's like
Fest?
6
In
minute walk.
Telluride.
It's 6
Yeah.
minute walk from the park. There's a nice little like jacuzzi tub right out of
Oh
our room.
my god.
Dude,
Yeah,
I'm having
usually
so much fun.
if you want to sleep indoors in Telluride
Yeah.
on any of those weekends, it's going to be like
The
on the floor in a
camping
laundry
It's
room.
so
Yeah.
freaking
I've
cold.
done that.
Me too.
My Hillary and I went to the Blues and Brews a couple years ago, and we set up a tent, and we didn't realize it, but we had this really nice like fancy air mattress, but a LaCroix had rolled underneath it, and then we laid on it and broke the can, so the whole time it was just evaporating into the tent the whole fucking weekend, and I was like. I had to go buy extra socks, like clearance socks at Telluride Sports because I was freezing. And then you have to have quarters for the showers. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's like river cold water.
Yeah.
So I like begging people, can I have like $20 of quarters just standing there, like trying to get warm
It
under the
is
shower.
not a convenient place to
It's
shower.
cold as fuck. So that's why I was like, we're going to do it right this year. I'm going
Yeah.
to party in a fucking hotel room or a house. And
Princess
I got a
in the
house.
can.
Every fucking Blues and Brews
Exactly.
I've ever been to, I'm camping on that baseball field,
Mm-hmm.
and it's literally a river.
It's so
The whole baseball
cold.
field is a
Soaked.
river. And if you don't have an air mattress, you're in
fucked.
water.
Yeah.
So I was literally, I remember laying in bed like on acid fucking after the first day.
Floating
It-
around.
I just saw like beer kids float by. Like all our possessions are on the air
Wait,
mattress because it's the only way to
If you
keep them
go-
dry.
Yeah.
If you go into the primitive area, though, like the area
Town Park.
Yeah, if you go past the baseball fields into that area where you can go back in the primitive camping, you know the terrain's a little uneven, but they have little clearings for tents, and I mean it wasn't too wet there. Like I could see why the baseball field would get
That's-
that way, but
It
Life-
was a marsh. But I was on acid for 2 days
So you
and
didn't-
just
you didn't
fucked
care.
up.
Well, I was gonna
So-
say, life hack: go to that area that you're talking about and put up a hammock in those trees.
oh yeah, there were some
and
guys right
you
next to
will
us
not
with
touch
hammocks, and they
Yeah.
were fine.
the ground.
So
Yeah.
I was just freezing because I was like, oh, hammocks are too cold, and then it was because I was just bathing in lime LaCroix. It was just going up the walls of the tent and like dripping on us.
Oh my
and
God.
we just thought we had like a faulty tent, and then when we took the air mattress down, we're like, son of a
the
bitch,
fuck?
Straight
4 days of
humidity.
this shit.
Yeah. Oh, 4 days.
Yeah,
That's
it
like
was
Chinese
awful.
water torture.
I literally was like the whole weekend, like freezing my ass.
You just did a psyop on yourself.
It was funny.
The State Department's hiring.
They have at the Blues and
Dosed
Brews.
herself on
They have
LaCroix.
the late night comedy juke joint comedy shows, and that was actually the first time I saw Sam Talent. He came and did one of the Telluride Blues and Brews. I think it was like probably like 2016 or 17, and it was fun. They have some good stuff there. I'm excited, dude. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna have a freaking room right there.
That's
It'll
awesome.
be nice. Those are the only 2 I have. Do you have any tickets you bought?
No, not
No?
me.
You guys not concert goers or what?
I was gonna go see a show in New York last year for my birthday, but it got canceled before
Who
I
was
could
it?
even buy tickets. This band, Strawberry Girls. It's like a metal jam band.
Metal Jam Band.
Yeah,
That's a new
so
one.
it's like no singing or anything, just like metal, like yeah, yeah, a lot of crazy guitar solos.
Nice. Double bass.
Not a lot of double bass.
No.
Yeah, it's more like snappy, like fast.
Are they actually girls?
No,
No.
nary a girl.
Nary,
band.
nary a femme to be seen.
Yeah.
Nice. What do you know what the origin of their name is?
I read it once, but I was too high to remember.
If I had $1,
Do you guys listen to Danzig? Are you Danzig fans?
I know of Danzig.
So, okay, me too. Same. I was the same. But then there was a quote going around during quarantine that was talking about like how you can judge people based on whether they put their shopping carts away.
Yeah.
And it was attributed to Glenn Danzig. And I was like, why the fuck is Glenn Danzig talking about shopping cart etiquette?
I think about
'Cause it
that all the
pisses him
time
off.
at
And
the
then
store.
I don't know if he actually made the quote, but I wanted to find out more about Glenn Danzig because I was like, why would he have this like articulate quote? He's like a singer or whatever. And it took me down this rabbit hole of all this Glenn Danzig fan art that people have made, like songs that I'll have to show you when you'll love it, but like they just like replicate him and just do funny ones. Like one guy was like singing a shopping list, Glenn Danzig style. Like people had made collages. So I got exposure to Glenn Danzig from all of that before I actually listened to any of his songs.
Yeah, memes are cool.
And then I realized he was the mother guy. And then I was like, oh, that guy. Somebody should have just told me. But I don't know. Glenn Danzig, I think I'm kind of a Danzig fan now.
I don't see why not.
I wasn't
The Misfits
before.
are pretty iconic.
Was he in that band?
Yeah, he was the singer for the
So I listen to hippie music mostly. That's my thing. Like, yeah.
Crosby, Stills, and Nash and shit.
One of my favorites,
Yeah.
dude. Deja Vu album, top 10. Fuck yeah, dude. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. The whole entire album, front to back. I have had multiple copies of it.
Wow.
I'm that big of it. Yeah.
I think I was running sound at the ranch, and you requested like 3 Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
I like
So
that.
I was like
Like at karaoke,
okay.
people are like, "What are you gonna sing?" And I'm like, "Oh, Janis Joplin." Yeah, I was way before my time, I guess. My music tastes
I love Janis Joplin.
like
Ditto.
Jefferson Airplane. I've been listening to a lot of like 70s and 60s funk music lately.
Everybody loves the font.
Oh man, it's so good.
Got those bass lines, dog.
Yeah.
I love
Oh,
bass
some of
lines.
those like dum, 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 dum. Oh, dude, I wish I could play the bass like that. I can't. I'm just like bump, 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 like the
Can you play
whitest
the bass,
shit
though?
ever.
Yeah, I'm somewhere in the middle.
Moderately. I actually have a bachelor's and a master's degree in music.
No shit. I did not know that.
I do.
And then you went into law.
Actually, then I got my MBA and I worked for a casino as a marketing person, and then I
believe
went
that.
into law. I was a
I can
music
see that.
teacher. I was a middle school choir teacher
Really?
in Las Vegas, Nevada.
What?
I also taught one class of English language learners computer how to learn English stuff.
Huh.
I was a cheerleading coach.
When you were teaching how to learn English, who were you teaching mostly?
I didn't teach them. They just were on this computer program that was incredibly insulting because they were like 14-year-olds and it was geared for like 5-year-olds and they fucking hated it. And I'd have to be like, get off the fucking internet. Like all
I
the
have
time.
a hard time imagining you being a cheerleading coach. Were you like the Cobra Kai of cheerleading?
Yeah, oh yeah, dude, I made them work on their fucking routines. Like, Hy-Vee.
It was like straight katas. Yeah.
Actually, I ripped it. So they were good kids. In fact, I'm still friends with a few of them. A lot of them have gone and got their master's degrees. I'm super proud of them. They've done really well because it was a magnet school for fine arts, or not, excuse me, for NASA. They had the little fine arts program, but it was a aerospace magnet school, and a lot of the kids were really low income, really interesting family situations. But like we had these kids, and they just wanted to do kid things. They wanted to play basketball, and they wanted to sing the national anthem at the games, and so we started the cheerleading squad. And when I started, they had the old pleated skirts from the 80s. And so that's not they did not want them because all the other schools had fancy new ones.
But like now that would
So
be
we put
really cool.
we put kind of like solicitations for donations, and there's a club in Las Vegas called Little Darlings,
Oh, no.
and they donated money to us to
strip
buy
club?
my to buy my kids' cheerleading uniforms, like
Sick.
$3,500.
What?
And I said, well, we can't advertise that you gave it to us, and they were like, no, that's fine. So the kids all had their new uniforms, and
That's investing in the future.
yeah, no, this is what was bad.
Fucked.
When they graduated, when they had graduation that year, the marquee said, "Congratulations, graduates of 2005 or whatever, now hiring." And I was like,
No.
but we got new uniforms.
No way.
But I actually yelled at them because I taught them how to do stunting because I was actually the captain of my cheerleading squad back in the day. Really? Yes, I was.
Fuck yeah.
And so I knew how to do stunting, and I had done some stuff, and I'd done like the USA cheerleaders and whatnot. So I taught them how to do stunting, and then the little like 7th graders had an unauthorized practice without any adults there and were stunting on their own and dropped a kid.
For sure.
And I found out at an away game, and I ripped their asses and benched all of them and tried to make a dramatic exit and turned around and walked right into the men's locker room.
Did you see any dicks?
No, but I was like, I'm still mad. Don't laugh. You're a bitch. And then
You lost all the
they all got
power.
in trouble. Oh, I made them all cry. I ripped their asses, and then
Yeah.
they were like terrified of me. And then I walked into the men's room, and
Yep.
I was like, son of a bitch.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I was a
Clutching
cheerleading
defeat from the
coach.
jaws of victory.
I was actually the head cheerleading coach. I had an assistant.
So how many of your kids ended up strippers?
I actually haven't followed all of them, but I say the ones that I did follow have all done very well for themselves. One of them actually is giving a talk tonight for the Las Vegas young professionals. She's a health sex educator.
Holy shit.
And she's doing like a big thing in Vegas. And then one of them ended up going to Butler, and I think he ended up getting a CPA. And then there was these 2 twins, Tenali and Aranzazu, that have both gotten their master's degrees in like, I think mental health, and one of them in like both human services type things. But I say it's kind of cool to follow them because they're kids that, The school I worked at, the taxi cabs wouldn't even come to our street. It was by Donna Street, which is North Las Vegas, and that's where the Donna Street Crips are at. Like they had the kids wear uniforms there. It was black, white, and purple shirts and black and khaki bottoms is what they wore because they didn't want gang colors. Like pink was a gang color for some reason, and the kids would all wear like ribbons around their things, and so that we had to ban everything. But I never had any problems there. Like the worst thing I remember happening was like a lot of the moms were kind of young. They had their kids when they were teenagers, so they weren't that much older than this group of kids, and they would get all involved in the fucking drama. And one of the moms got jumped by a group of the kids.
Holy shit.
Brianna, she was one of my cheerleaders. Her mom got the shit beat out of her by a couple of 14-year-olds.
That would be
It
so
was a different world.
embarrassing.
I had an 8th grader get arrested for prostitution.
Whoa.
Yeah, she was giving handies on the bus.
Whoa.
Her mom would send her on the bus on Friday nights, and like a bunch of kids would go.
Oh, like the street bus, not the school bus.
No, like the street bus, like the Vegas, like Metropolitan Transit, like the kids, their
Fuck.
parents were working. I mean, it was a completely
He's like,
different
we
world.
didn't get handies on the school bus.
No, well,
The first day I was teaching, I
Definitely not
had a
me.
lesbian student sexually assault another female, and I was like, I don't know what to do. Is this okay? Should
Yeah.
I report it? I don't.
Jesus.
It was just a different world because I did
Yeah.
my student teaching in Farmington at Piedra Vista.
Oh my gosh.
I went there.
Yeah, you know Virginia Nichols Hercock. She was the choir teacher. I did my student teaching underneath her.
That
The worst
name
thing the worst thing we had
hilarious.
there was
Yeah, I was gonna say, was that a joke?
boys.
How was her cock? Yeah.
Boys, come on now. Anyways,
You're
her
outnumbered,
we
Jill.
had 2 Mormon kids making out on a school bus on a field trip. Like that was the worst thing I had there. And I went from that to inner city Las Vegas, like extreme poverty. Kids showed up like without clothing.
Oh
And
my gosh.
yeah, it was a different world. But I fucking hated teaching, so I quit doing it. And then I went and worked for casino, which
Wow.
was more my speed.
Casino
Where was
to
the
that.
casino?
Mountain Casino, Colorado.
That's how you got back to Cortez, huh?
Yeah, well, actually, I came back and I was like, what the fuck am I going to do? And then that job opened up, and I had worked for the Telluride Jazz Festival, and I had done some production stuff before, because I always wanted to go into that, but then I got pregnant with Kylan, and I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll become a teacher.
Make some money.
And I got back into it. We produced Leonard Skinnerd over there. We had them come. We'd had
Cool.
Rat, Molly Hatchet, and
Oh, yeah.
Credence Clearwater,
In
CCR,
Toyok, is that
baby.
where it is?
King of Cage. We had King of the Cage. We did all those. They used to do big events back in the day, huge events, and then yeah,
Yeah, the King of the
I
Cage. I had
saw-
some friends that fought in those.
dude, that King of the Cage event was like the worst, like dog for money, like as far as like a monetary thing.
Yeah.
It was not a good event for like from a marketing perspective. I'm like, why did we get into this 5-year contract? This was stupid.
I think I saw Bone Thugs there.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know if I don't remember that. I do remember Leonard Skinnerd because their writer, we had to order all kinds of ridiculous shit. Like they wanted Starbucks, and this is Cortez in the
Right.
early 2000s. We had like McDonald's coffee. And so we ordered in like crab legs and all kinds of stuff. And it was the band and their like, little entourage, and they barely touched any of this shit. And so
It
we
was crab legs and
we
Cortez.
all got to eat it. And then the other one I remember, so we had Dr. Hook came, and my friend Daniel was the head chef. He took his food to his room, and when he opened the door, Dr. Hook was butt-ass naked, like old saggy man just standing at the door, and Daniel's like, here you go, sir, here's your stuff. And then when we had Molly Hatchet, the guys were really cool for Molly Hatchet, but the bass player, I remember I was like, that is rock and roll. Guy's probably 320 pounds. He had to get a ride. The casino was about probably maybe 800 yards from where the venue was. He had to get a van ride over there. And then he's sitting on his bass amp smoking a cigarette with an oxygen tank on. And I'm like,
That's fucking metal.
rock and roll.
Yeah.
Rock
He's
and roll.
dead now, for
And
sure.
the lead singer of Rat,
R.I.P.
because Rat is round and round. You know that song?
Yeah.
Their lead singer wasn't the actual lead singer. It was a replacement. And all the band members were like 60, and that kid was like 22. And he was fronting the band. And it was a fun job. I liked it. But that's why I went to law school, because I had every intention of going back into tribal gaming. And then when I graduated, there was one casino in the entire country hiring over by Niagara. And so I interviewed, and they're like, well, do you have casino legal experience? And I was like, no. And they're like, cool, well, thanks.
See you later.
So I bartended for a while. And
Yeah.
then my dad had a room.
The old fallback.
Well, I say my dad had a room in his office. Oh, shit, yeah, I bartended for like 14 years
Yeah.
between all my schools. But my dad's like, hey, I'm not using this room. If you want to give it a shot, I'll let you have the office space for 6 months without paying rent, and I'll let you tap into one of our phone lines. And that was in 2012. So that's
Wow.
where now I moved to a different office.
That's where your practice started?
That's where it started.
No shit.
Yeah, and I said, I'm not going to take a family law cases. And the first person that called me was like, I need a divorce.
Yeah.
She got her divorce for a song because I was like, I've never done a case. I'm going to guinea pig on you. And I
You
charged her
might get a divorce.
$75 an hour. She got her divorce for $75 an hour.
Is that cheap?
Which, well,
don't
What do you
No.
charge now?
$250.
That is cheap. Yep.
$250 an hour. And I'm about ready to raise it.
That's more than
There you go.
Keith's tattoo artist.
Well, I mean, we do pay for staff. and
We're
we
still
pay-
together. We didn't get divorced. What are you talking
Who's
about?
your tattoo
No,
artist?
I'm
I'm
saying
just kidding.
$250 an hour is more than like Bob
yeah,
charges.
totally,
you know?
totally.
And he's
Bob
like,
Lackner.
do you
like
have like
G in
just like
town.
one guy?
He's done all 4 of my pieces. Yeah.
Ask him if he's
He's
good
done
at
one of
doing
mine, too.
Indian elephant because I do want to get that covered up. But I
And-
asked one of the guys in
Like
Cortez.
India, like
Yeah,
the
so-
subcontinent.
Yeah,
No.
I asked the guy in Cortez
Feather, not dot.
if he could do an Indian elephant, and he
Yeah.
said you or Navajo, and I was like, never mind,
Oh.
because I went in an India.
Yeah. You're in luck because that's like all he does is like Southeastern
Psychedelic,
Asian
yeah,
style.
Bob Lackner.
Yeah.
yeah, Bicycle
Yeah.
Bob on
You should-
Instagram.
Bicycle Bob's tattoo.
Tattoo, yeah.
Yep.
Is he here in town?
Yep.
He's about to leave for Denver in like May, so you got to hit him up.
I
now.
thought it was
Bob's
August.
Tattoo.
It's spring. He's moving to Denver in the spring.
Why would you move to Denver right now?
Because he's
Because
a giant
he-
tattoo artist.
Well, and
I
he's,
know, but Denver is.
it just worked out for him.
I mean, the Dead Room Boys are doing good. Look at the
They are,
content they're
but
putting
but
out.
a lot of people are leaving Denver. Trinidad's having
That's a good
huge
time.
thing.
Yeah.
Trinidad's going to be blowing up because a lot of people are moving there. Nathan Lund just moved there. Steve Gillespie moved there.
No shit.
Like Trinidad. If you go and look at Westward, they did a whole article on like Trinidad's resurgence. What's the name of it? There's a pizza place in Denver that's a fancy pizza place, and they just opened a place in Trinidad. And I think a lot of it, honestly, Wally Wallace used to be in the comedy scene in Denver, and he got the job as like the community development person in Trinidad, and he's been annihilating. He's been just,
Really?
I mean, I never even thought about going to Trinidad. We all know the thing that we know about Trinidad. We've heard it for years, that it's the sex change capital of the world, because that's what Trinidad was known for.
Really?
I've literally never heard that before in my life.
Yeah, I
Wait,
knew that.
what?
I've never heard anything about Trinidad
Yeah.
other than you going there for comedy.
Yeah.
Are you serious? You guys didn't
dead
know
And I
this?
knew Nathan
This
Lund
is-
moved
Okay,
there.
Very
so,
new news.
So
You grew up
actually,
in Farmington, Jill.
no, this is really
Terrible
I'm
school.
surprised that you didn't know though, because
You taught at the school I went to. It was awful.
Piedra Vista was the nicest school. I did there in Country Club Elementary.
I was only there freshman year, and then I went to Kirtland.
Did you guys
and-
you guys do Country Club?
Oh yeah, I went to
What?
Country Club
Okay,
Elementary.
so when I was teaching at Country
Like-
Club, there suddenly started being little piles of poop that would just show up
was
around
me.
the school.
that was me.
And we didn't know what it was. We called it the Phantom Shitter. We were trying to catch whoever it was, and we finally caught the kid, and it was a 5th grader, and he wore those big wide leg Jinko
yeah.
style jeans with boxers, and he would just
Yeah.
poop standing up and then just shake his pant leg and let
Oh
it fall out and
my
walk
God.
What
away.
does his
Fucking
leg
God.
look like?
What
I
the
don't
fuck?
know. I don't know.
What did he smell like?
He pooped in the room that I taught in. So
You'll never forget that kid.
Phantom Shitter.
Yeah, I'm never gonna forget that story. That's fucked up.
Country Club Elementary. That's what I remember.
I went
about
there.
it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. All I associate it with is a kid pooping out of his pants.
Right.
Not even pooping his pants, pooping out of his
That's what I
pants.
said. Pooping out of his pants.
He had, it was literally a poop shoot. Just
But no, back to Trinidad. Sorry about that. Trinidad honestly is having a huge. I mean, they're getting ready to do. They're going to do the Bicycle and Comedy Festival. He did it a few years ago, and I know there was a few. Zach Abeda was one of the features there. I think Royal Wood went and did it. A bunch of people from Denver, and he's getting ready to launch it again. I mean, honestly, it's kind of a cool little town. It's funky. There's weird little art installations.
Sure.
Dave
nice.
didn't like it. Dave hated it.
of course.
But you know
hates
what?
everything.
But
good.
Dave
we
hates
were in
white
the
people.
ghetto
You
in
want to know what's the
Phoenix, and he was
funniest?
like,
when,
finally.
when we went to Denver, we literally
Talk shit about it the whole time.
You know that like shitty area of Denver where you're on the interstate where you're going like on the way to Stapleton and there's all those smokestacks. We drove past that and he's like, "Oh man, the city, I love it." And I was like, "Dave, that's like a fucking
This
Alpo
is
factory. What are
industrial.
you talking about, dude?"
Dog food.
Dog-
Yeah, that's a dog food factory.
Horses die in there.
That's where their
If he
life
listens
ends.
to this, he's gonna remember it because I was like, "Why is this the part of town that's appealing to you? This place is disgusting."
You should have seen him the first time he saw a sheep. He was fucking
Oh,
lost
I-
his
He didn't
mind.
know what it was.
He was like, "Is that a dog?" Like,
Weird, fat, woolly dog.
fucking 2-year-olds know this, bro. That's a sheep. He called his mom and it was like, "Mom, have I ever seen a sheep before?" She's like, "Probably not, sweetheart."
I wish
we've
he
been waiting
would.
to tell you.
calling me.
He needs to add the line, "Is that a dog?" to his joke because I've heard that story before, but that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
And then when he saw the balloons,
Oh yeah.
Hot air balloons?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he lose his shit?
Well, he got really homophobic all of a sudden. It was weird.
Just like prompted by hot air.
Yeah,
balloons.
started saying the N word, the F word. It was
wow.
Yeah.
What?
Dave.
crazy. No, well,
And then he told it on stage,
Dude.
at the mic in
Oh.
Phoenix.
well, and then he did 7 minutes of straight homophobic material at the Starlight. I fell out of my chair, literally, because it was hilarious. I was the only one enjoying it. I fell out of my
I
chair.
don't know if I was there that night.
I don't think he was hateful. I think he's just like massively not self-aware.
Yeah.
Like,
But that's why it was so funny.
Right,
If he
yeah,
was
no,
like, I
totally.
hate gay people, that wouldn't have been as funny. But the reaction he was getting and like the amount he was trying to give in the delivery
Okay. So he was
fucking
Yeah.
he was
hilarious.
reading the crowd.
He was no. No, he did 7 minutes, not a chuckle among them.
Oh,
no.
I thought you were saying that they were
Stupid.
liking it.
No.
They were
No.
responding.
Dave's
Nobody
just
responded, and I was dying in the back. I fell out of a bar stool. I was laughing
my
so hard.
the
That's
temperature
funny.
in the room dropped like 10 degrees per joke.
Oh, it was so funny.
Fucking
Was
1
Tony
degree
working
Kelvin.
that night?
I don't know. Maybe
Ah,
it was about
Tony.
that time. But oh god,
I
Yeah.
kind of want to smoke a cigarette. You guys down have maybe a little smoke break here in a second?
Sure. I mean,
Yeah,
how
let's
long you
smoke.
guys want to do this thing?
I don't know. What else you want to talk about? Do we have? I
Is
don't
there
know.
anything else?
Oh, you know what is going on tonight? This will air afterwards, but if you guys want to come, we're all gonna go fucking party at the VFW and sing some karaoke.
I'm good.
Sounds terrible.
All right.
Uh,
Smoke
I
break.
tried.
okay.
Sorry, Rachel. I tried.
It's a new day, wake up. Let the sun hit your ass. It's a new day, wake up. Let the sun hit your ass. It's a new day, wake up. Let the sun hit your ass. It's a new day, wake up. Let the sun hit your ass. It's a new day. It's a new day.
So you have more cash money than you've ever had in your life,
I
and that
do.
makes you feel like the dollar's collapsed.
Yeah, because I'm usually like, there's been months like, well, as a self-employed like business owner,
Right.
like there's some months that are great, and then there's other months like
Right.
Tough.
that are awful where
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't. I'm like, I'm gonna go out of business.
Barely staying afloat.
And so it's bizarre because before, when I had people working actively in my office and I was actively going to court, I felt like we were constantly struggling to like get ahead. So what's happened now is all of my court hearings are now online, which I used to hate and now love. And I'm sad that they're reopening the courts because I wear stretch pants pretty much every day, and all I have to do is throw a suit jacket
Right.
on top. It's had its downsides. Like my eyes have gotten worse. I had to get new glasses because I stare at a computer all the time. But
Mine get worse every year.
well, I say my assistants, though, one of them had to quit. The other one ended up becoming a foster parent during COVID because there's a lot of kids that need a place. And then,
Right.
you know, the school shut down, so she had to move out of the office. And so she was still working for me remotely. And I thought, God, this is never going to work. And so she checks my phone messages remotely and like looks at my emails and tells me what I need to do. And for whatever reason, my office is working better than it's ever worked. And I'm by myself in my
Perfect.
office. And it's just strange. I pay them, like they do the work for me and tell me what I need to do. But like I actually have for once like surplus of money where I'm like, okay, well, I need to be making smart
Investing.
decisions. Like, well, no, I'm not investing. Like, honestly, I'm paying off my debt.
Right.
Like I redid my student loans because I want to try to chip away at them and try to get the principals down. And I'm like, it's just a weird situation to be in a position where I actually have money. And I'm like, everything that is going on in the world tells me I should be broke as shit right now and struggling. And like, I'm not trying to like brag about it. Like, I feel grateful, but I'm like, how long is it going to last? And that's what makes me worried about like this whole crypto thing, because I'll admit, like, people have talked to me about it for years. I had some friends who were in like almost like multi-level marketing, like crypto things back in the day. And I was like, oh, I don't want to deal with that internet shit. And now I'm like, wait a second, wait, because like today, for example, Burger King and Chick-fil-A randomly, their credit card processor for both of those restaurants just completely quit working. Cash only. And so I'm like,
gays.
okay, if all of my money's in a bank and the banks go down, then I'm fucked. If I take the cash out and the dollar collapses, then I'm fucked. If I put it in crypto and the internet gets fucking hacked, then I'm fucked. And like, it's funny to say, like, people like talk shit about the Space Force, like, oh, that's fucking stupid. Trump shouldn't have done that. What they don't realize is that was our next battlefield is definitely our tech infrastructure, our satellites. That's where we get. Think about what would happen if a country figured out how to immobilize our power grid. Like
We do that ourselves. It just takes a snowstorm, and we got that handled.
that
Well,
whole thing
Texas
is crazy.
does.
Well, and so I saw something today about Texas because one of my friends is down in Phoenix, and he put a picture of what they had at the pool that said something to the effect of, because of fuel prices, we're doing what we can to like save energy, so we're not heating the pool due to Texas, but it was in Arizona. And that's what I'm worried about. I'm like, okay, there must be some sort of information that the impact of whatever just happened in Texas is going to be felt throughout the country
Right.
in fuel, in supply chains.
Where a lot of our gas comes from.
Yeah, I
Oil.
mean, honestly, I never really thought about it because it's fucking nerdy to think about. But I mean, I'm almost 40, so here it is. That's what I think about now.
Are you equating 40 to nerdy?
Yeah.
To worrying.
Yeah. Well, and just like knowing more about like how I guess, international and domestic like financial impact can have just on all of us in different areas. And so that's where I'm like, should I invest in crypto? But I don't know. I just don't know anybody that seems to really know enough about it of whether it's like savvy or not. And I'll be honest, I don't fucking trust it because I've gotten banned from Facebook so many times. Like, what happens if I piss off somebody and they're like, fuck you,
You're
her
banned
account
from
is
crypto.
closed for 30 days for hate speech. Like,
Well, most cryptos don't have a comment section.
yeah, but they've been talking. There's been some legislators that have been talking about like sort of similar to what China has, like the social credit score, where basically your ideologies and the things that you put out, the content that you produce could potentially be used as a factor in determining your creditworthiness, your ability to get a job. And that shit
Yeah,
is
I'd be
scary
Yeah.
to me.
I
Yeah.
have 150 episodes of this
Yeah,
goddamn show.
right.
I'd definitely unhireable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but that's
It's
the
okay.
thing
I
about
have some anti-vaxxer stuff back in like 2012 on my Facebook, so I'm already on their list.
that's crypto.
So
the
Facebook
thing about
wants to make these glasses that they're
The
like
Oculus?
eyeglasses. Yeah, they're like Oculus, but like they're just normal
Basically,
glasses.
see your profile.
And they
guessing.
have like AI in them and a camera that does facial recognition.
Fuck that.
on everybody you're
you know,
looking at. Yeah,
they
it's
have
so
that wrist.
fucked.
You have that wristband. You've seen the wristband thing that they sell, and it's supposed to be like a Fitbit. And they said it'll monitor the tone of your conversations to determine if you sound like you're bitchy or not. Which I'm like,
What?
I don't need a fucking
Yeah.
AI thing to record everything I say and tell me I sound bitchy. I know I sound fucking bitchy. I
was gonna say.
I will always sound bitchy.
Yeah, I don't need anything
But-
listening to me in a road
So
rage
here's the
situation.
thing. But this is what the
I
thing
say
is.
terrible
The
things.
yeah, I was gonna say.
The people who are willing to say, oh, well, I'd rather know if I need to change my tone, so I'm going to sacrifice my privacy to know if I need to change how I'm speaking, that those people are there.
I
And
feel
they're
like
going
if you
to...
have to ask, you probably need to change your tone, or you own it and don't give a shit.
Well, no, sometimes, but I will admit there have been times where I like have to tell people because I'll say something and it comes across like so cutting and biting, and I don't mean it that way at all. And then when somebody's like, "Why did you say it to me like that?" I'm like, "Oh my God, no!" Like, and so I tell people who are close to me, like, "Listen, sometime I'm bitchy. Like, I just don't even realize it. Just call me out if I'm being an asshole. Tell me.
Right.
Just
be
the way
overly blunt.
It's just the way I fucking talk.
Yeah. Me
like
too.
I this is how I was raised.
That's how I got called out today for that at work. Someone was like,
when you
"Oh,
call those
what's-
people a
what's-"
Satanist.
Yeah, well, that's different. I'm sure I'll get a review about that. This person was like, "Oh, what's your seasonal vegetable?" I'm like, it's asparagus." And they were like, "Oh, you said it so just, it's asparagus." I was like, I'm just remembering it. I'm glad I remembered it at all. And they
They didn't like your tone.
didn't like my tone. I was
My-
like, dude,
My son
What
and
do
I
you
have
want
that
from
issue
me?
a lot because my son's 19. He's back in the house. He hated college during COVID, dropped out. And sometimes I'll be like, "Good morning," and he'll be like, "Fuck." And I'm like, "Dude, why are you yelling at me?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "I'm not yelling at you."
yeah, it
Hormones.
sounds genetic.
Sounds like a 19-year-old.
You know what? I know he's not going
All
to
of
listen
the
to this.
above.
I have to tell
Yeah.
you the funniest, my
All of it.
favorite story during COVID, and he will kill me if he ever hears this, but he doesn't listen anyway.
This is
Tight.
going to be on the
So
internet forever.
there was a day
Ever.
where it was right after they had been learned that they weren't going to go back to school. They didn't have any of their stuff, none of their books, computers, whatever. And he was so pissy. And I offered him breakfast and he got like super mad at me. And I was like, "Dude, why would you get mad at me for offering to cook you breakfast?" And he goes, "I don't need anything from you." And then
That's
got on his
19.
bicycle and like rage pedaled away from my house in like
Wow.
kind of cold. It was March. It was
Should just
cold.
lock the door.
He has asthma. He called me 10 minutes later and said he was having an asthma attack and he needed me to bring him his inhaler and give him a ride home.
It's like 5
I
blocks
was like,
away.
"Oh,
Yeah.
didn't need anything from me, huh? Okay."
All right.
I
You
picked
almost
him up.
died on the dirt
I,
street
you
of
know,
Cortez.
I
son.
do have to say it was really hard not to be like, Don't need anything from me, huh? I didn't, though. I did the right thing.
You should have. You have to humiliate a young man to make him a real man.
Honestly, that was a rough day because after I got him settled down, then the little girl started bursting into tears. It was like, I hate this shit. I want to die. And I just opened the fridge and just poured like gin into a cup and just drank the entire day. But after that day, I have to say, we needed to have that.
Yeah.
Like, we needed to have that moment. And then I let them grow some weed plants, which they thought was pretty cool. I made them throw them away because they got mites on them. But like, I'm like, what are they going to do? They're 19.
Yeah.
They're home. Like, they finally got out.
It's illegal for 19-year-olds to grow weed plants.
Yeah.
But they were in my
Heads up.
house underneath my tutelage. So I was watching them.
It was your weed plant.
That's why
They
I
were
made them
assisting
throw.
you.
That's why I made them throw them away when they got mites on them. But they just wanted something to do, and that's why I'm like, who gives a shit? They're 19 years old and they're out of college. They finally graduated, and now they have to be back home with their fucking mom.
Mm-hmm.
That's the worst thing ever. And I love it because my kid tries to pretend like he doesn't smoke weed, and I know I've been around stoners for like 30 years of my life.
Yeah.
I know when people are high. I literally walked into the garage once and he had a bubbler to his lips. And then he came in and I was like, you stoned? And he's like, no. I was like, dude, I just fucking saw you. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, don't be weird about it.
Take this chance. Our relationship can change right
So
now.
no, that's why I'm like, I'm a cool mom. I'm a cool mom.
No.
But no, he never got that. He still smokes weed in his Subaru out in the driveway.
Aw,
I pretend like I don't
cute
see
little
it.
fella.
He just like, whenever I drive up and he's in there, he just kind of slumps down in the seat. And
Yeah.
I just pretend like I don't notice he's out
So
there.
did you start taking this approach when he like turned 18? When I turned 18, me and my mom all of a sudden became friends instead of
No,
she
you
was
know what
like,
it
"You're
is.
kind of on your own."
Honestly, him and I I've really had to change my style because, as you all know, I'm fairly intense as a person, which I realized my normal confrontational style was all it would do is make things a million times worse. And so, I'm still working on it. But every time I reach kind of like a parenting milestone with him, I'm like, oh, I should do it that way. Like, he gets really road ragey, and he would be on the phone with me, and he'd be like, motherfucking stupid fucking drivers. And I'd be like, dude, calm down. You've only had your license for like 2 years. And he would get mad at me. He would get mad at me, like, when I would try to say, like, hey, chill. So the last time that he did it, where I'm like, yes, I figured it out. I said, Kylan, I'm sorry you're having that situation. And I don't know why, but I heard him go, I know. And that was it. And I was like, oh my God, I just figured it out, you guys. And so like when he gets all ragey, I'm just like, this is what it is. But his latest thing was he wants to move out of my house. And I'm like, I get
Good
it.
call.
But he doesn't have enough money. He doesn't have savings. He doesn't know he asked me what a guarantor was. And I was like, yeah, good fucking luck with that. You ain't getting a sign in for me. And Grandma and Grandpa will not do it. And so he got mad and he just applied for one of the apartments here in town. $895 a month. No
More than I pay.
utilities.
Fuck.
He makes $13 an hour. His net pay is $1,700. And I'm like, okay, listen, if you want to do this, I'm going to help you. He goes, you never taught me how to move into an apartment. And I said, yeah, that's because most kids go to fucking college and figure out a roommate that they want to move out with. And then you do it that way. You did it backwards and that's cool. If you want my help, you're going to do it the way I want to do it. And he goes, well, I don't want to do that. I just want you to be my guarantor and help me fill out applications. And I said, well, I'm not willing to do that. And he
I'm
had
not gonna fuck up my credit because
he
you
had a
will
little
make
tantrum,
a mistake.
and I said, and he yelled at me one more time, "Are you going to help me or not?" And I said, "No." And then I hung up the phone. And then 3 hours later, he called me. I got him ordered checks, which he hadn't ordered for 2 years on his bank account. Got him a credit card and got his insurance cards that he was paying for that he had never picked up from his boss. Wow. So I said, if you want to learn financial literacy and you're not going to do it through school, then you got to like do it the way that we're going to help you. And since I kind of drew that boundary with him, like, we want you to move out, but you got to do it the right way. Then he's been cool. I mean, but COVID, there were a couple months where I was like, please go back to college. Please. Like, I enjoyed, I mean, honestly, I thought it was going to be hard when they moved out. That was a nice burp.
Thanks.
I thought it was going to be hard, but honestly, I kind of, 2 weeks in, I was like, fuck yeah, just sitting naked on my couch, eating blizzards in the middle of the day. I didn't have to worry about kids busting in. It was nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was nice.
Sounds nice.
I'd like to have it back someday.
Yeah.
Hopefully soon.
Yeah, hopefully.
He'll be 20 this month, so we'll see. Fingers crossed. I told him to watch for those subleases. If you guys know any FLC kids that need a subletter
I'll
at
keep
the
my
end
ear
of
to
the
the
semester.
ground. Yeah.
There's
Thank
got to
you.
be something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. But no, I mean, it's just been different.
Do you have any more beer?
Beer. Are you guys done talking?
I'm out.
I'm not done talking. I was just thinking, I don't know if we were going to keep talking, I'd maybe
No.
have a beer, but it's all good.
We've been going for a while. Probably wrap this bitch up.
I'm into it.
I was tired before we started.
No.
Now you're exhausted.
Yeah.
Little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. Just mentally. I don't know. I was up till 2 a.m. smoking a goddamn pork butt because my dumbass put it on the wrong temperature for like 5 hours.
Whoops.
Fucking
Yeah.
stoner.
That's how we learn. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was super high, to be fair.
Yeah. To be fair.
What do we got to promote, Jill?
So we have the, of course, the mic that's coming up. So there's 2 mics on a Tuesday, one at Most Starlight, and then the one that we're doing with Comic Uprising at El Rancho. And that's going to be at least through the month of March. We're hoping that we get such good turnout that they're going to want us to do more. But then as far as shows I have coming up, I'm doing Mercury Cafe for John Corelli's climate change benefit.
Not Planned Parenthood.
I'm excited it's not Planned Parenthood because
Right.
I'm bringing the sex jokes, and I was like, ooh, I don't know how these will work, Planned Parenthood. So yes, I will be there March 5th, and then the Vale Comedy Club is getting something going, and that's actually going to be an online show, but they're looking at moving to some in-person stuff as things continue to open. That's the 18th, and then I will be doing a secret show in Las Vegas on April 3rd.
What?
Yeah,
Going back to the hood?
it's actually it's an undercover show where I don't know if I should talk about it. I don't
Can
know
be
if
naked?
I have
It
the
wouldn't
rules.
be undercover if
I don't know if I can talk about it.
Okay.
I don't know. I honestly don't know, and I don't want the guy to get mad at me. But it's a secret show. So if you're my friend on Facebook and you live in Vegas and you're okay with
Nudity.
somewhat. No, there won't be nudity.
I thought
All
that's where you were going
all
with
the
it.
nudity
I'm
is shut
out.
down because of COVID. No strip clubs, no hookers right now. So.
Bummer.
No nudity. Well, at least I shouldn't say no nudity. I've never been to this guy's show. I'm assuming no nudity.
I've never been to Vegas without saying nudity. Is that how you say that? Always saw tits in Vegas. That's what I'm saying.
There you go.
Yeah.
You said it right the first time, but I'm glad you clarified.
Yeah.
I didn't do that last time I went. My best friend and I went. We went to the Mafia Museum and to a smash room.
Ooh.
That was fun. Yeah.
last time I was in Vegas, I saw tits in the hotel parking lot within 15 minutes of showing up.
Wow.
Who was it?
Just some random person.
Some
Drunk.
Vegas
Yeah.
dweller.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just fucking drunk.
Just some drunk chick didn't.
I saw a
wear
dude.
a
I
shirt
saw
anymore.
a dude just selling giant Coke rocks in the middle of the Golden Nugget when we were there last time. He had a big pill bottle and he was just dumping them out. And people were
Wow.
handing him cash. And
Classic.
somebody said to him, like, "What about the cops?" He's like, "I am the fucking cops." And I was like, "This guy's cool."
This guy's getting arrested any minute. Yeah.
Vacate.
If you're gonna
Yeah,
get
no.
drugs, get it out.
I'm really
Last
ready.
call.
Dude, I've been to Vegas 3 times during COVID. Like,
Really?
What?
this is
shit.
my 4th time.
Huh.
Yeah, it's I don't want to say that they're not observing protocols because they do have protocols, but they're pretty lax. Like the last one we went to.
In Vegas?
Little loosey goosey.
So we got temperature checked one time, which was when we checked into our hotel at the hotel check-in. None of the entrances. And the worst thing about it was we stayed at the Link, which don't stay there. It's the old Imperial Palace with like a facelift. It's not that fancy, but they only have 4 elevators that go up to all the towers. There's like 26 floors. Well, because of COVID, they would only let 4 people in the elevator at one time.
Oh,
So
wow.
there's just a
So there was a
line.
line that was all the way down like to the parking garage for people just trying to get up to the elevator. So we were like,
ridiculous.
don't forget anything. We are
Right.
leaving. We're not coming back. We won't be able to get back up there. So we're staying at the MGM this time. We sprung for a little bit fancier place.
That lazy river
Strip.
though.
I got strip view. The like Las Vegas strip view. It's gonna be fun.
Nice.
It's gonna be a good time. And actually, one of my friends that's never been to Vegas is going. So
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
we're gonna do it.
Fucking
You guys want
A.
to go? April 2nd through the 5th. You guys can tag along.
Maybe.
We're talking about a Vegas trip to go see
Honestly,
the new Meow
that's
Oh, yeah.
we're gonna go to Meow
Yeah.
Wolf too. That's what we're gonna
Yeah.
do. 2nd through the 5th. It's right after. So you know why
Yeah.
it's cheap? It's Easter weekend.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and the buffets are back open.
That's a really smart call,
Yeah.
actually.
yeah,
Go during Easter to Vegas.
Easter weekend. Yeah, it was
Life hacks.
way cheaper.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so
Fucking A. Comic Uprising. Follow him.
please
You got,
do.
got anything, Keith?
No, sir.
Drew?
Yeah, hosting that show on Tuesday at the ranch.
Damn right
Starting
you are,
next
boy.
week.
Drew has some good ideas. I'm excited.
Yeah, we're
Drew's
gonna
funny. Funny guy.
fucking weird guy.
Yeah, for sure.
A little bit.
Yeah, big fan.
Are you gonna change your facial hair?
Probably, yeah.
So you just come in. Are you gonna wear that nice sweater that we all like?
What?
I know the one.
You know the sweater.
I know the one.
I'll wear a sweater for sure.
Yeah, I really like the Nordic style sweaters you have there. Primo. I am always like, God, I need to go on llbean.com. Damn it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They make nice sweaters.
Hell yeah, they do. All right, we're going to get the fuck out of here. If you want to find us, check the description. We love you guys.
Nice.
Thanks for listening. Peace.
Bye, everybody.
out the door to get the dough, speaking to the masses. Hit the road to do a show, microphone madness. Trip easy, cheap sunglasses. Straight passion, my third eye active. Watching backpacks lead the show, beeping that shit. Vocally, hearing me, locally, lyrically. Know what I'm supposed to be and I don't got no fear of it. I'm coming for your brain, homie, coming at you spiritually. Stepped into the game and I knew that flow was slippery, but check my flow though. Turn a whack news to history. Let them do their thing, instead I put them out their misery. And simply put, just got disconnected. Like my boy Big Money, man, this can't be neglected. Grab the mic and check it, coming up in your direction. Gift that I've been blessed with, this hustle is respected and reckless. Poetic mind on the set list, got the groove to match. Everybody step with it, still haven't fulfilled a whole vision yet. Life right now still so picturesque. I'm rocking every stage until I get a bigger check. Even though I hate money, ready for a bigger step. Pull the trigger next. Somebody coming at your neck. I could've died today. That's why I'm smoking cigarettes and got precision set of skills and imagination, creations, innovating with motivation. I'm chasing my goals, giants that I be racing. I'ma stride through the finish like a 6'5" Jamaican, beating my chest like yeah. What my name is, ink on my chest. What my homie spray painting, summer day smoke escape. PlayStation, he looking down on me and I can't stay patient. I ain't just trying to say shit, sit back and face this. Real type, I've been smoking instrumental playlist, chill in the cut. Now these small places, I ain't getting love now, man. Fuck being famous, yeah, they tell me it's really hard to make it. They don't understand I love being underestimated. Second guess it and I'll take it that you're undereducated. Anyway, this got me thinking about them old records playing. Why? It's filled with soul and it fills my mind. Tail feather shaking while the rhythm takes flight. What I'm doing wrong, I ain't gonna fake right. I don't get no sleep because the music takes night. Nocturnal life with my basement lights. Just roll some nice, keep my drink on ice. If you don't get it once and you don't hear it twice, moving on this beat right here is out of sight. I'ma stay away. Stay away. Lie. It's a long day, wake up. Let the sun hit your ass. It's a long day, wake up. Let the sun hit your ass. It's a long day, wake up. Let the sun hit your ass. It's a long